Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Test, test, test. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Test, test, test. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. We back with another live stream, man. Please excuse this music in the background. I did a live stream last weekend and my audio was not on. I did an hour live stream and the audio wasn't working, so I was a little pissed off. But welcome back to the live stream, man. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. I do reaction videos, all things business, all things finance. I like to talk about money. So, with that being said, like I was saying, excuse me for that again. And if you return into my live stream, appreciate you showing love. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe as well. Turn on those post notifications, all that good stuff. You feel me? But like I said again, my name is Jonathan, 24 years old. All my YouTube channel, we cover all things business, finance, reaction videos to a wide variety of topics. You know, make sure you do follow me on the gram, man. Right up here. Make sure you follow me, JRush23X, JRussell TV. Make sure y'all tap in. We're going to go ahead and get to this live stream, bro. First, I'm going to start off with car payments. Cars. Cars are the number one wealth killer in America, bro. And I'm a testimony to this. So, let's see what he's talking about.
Car payment is definitely the number one wealth killer in the show. My son bought his dream car at 21, a Chrysler 300. And I bought my first dream car, I think at 40, which was a Lexus ES 350. And his car payment at the time was about $600, and my car payment at the time was $537. I want to repeat that. I was making 6 times more than my son made, and his car payment was $70 more per month than I was paying.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I remember back in the day, my mom could tell me her first brand new car she bought was like 3, 4, 5 bands, bro. Now you be paying $700 a month for cars. The average new car be like 30, 40,000, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He also couldn't contribute to his 401k. He also couldn't contribute to the employee stock purchase program. Why? Because the bulk of his net income was dedicated to a depreciating asset. Listen, there is nothing wrong.
No. Hold on. He was working at a good company, bro. He couldn't contribute to 401k or savings or nothing like that, retirement. Nah. He should have got rid of that car, cancel the loan, pay whatever you had to pay, cancel it, immediately contribute to your retirement, investing and saving. That's rule number one. I don't know why his dad even let him do that, for real. Even when I started working full time and making good money, making decent good money, you know what I mean? I said, okay, before I even go crazy, I'm going to put away whatever the match is for my 401k. That's about 8%, and I get an employee match. I said, bet. Then I'm going to max out my HSA, my health savings account. Go ahead and max that out. You know what I mean? I didn't max the 401k, but at least got up to the match. And then I said, I will need to save this amount of money, you know what I mean, a month. Boom, put that aside. Make sure I still had enough for bills and adjust as needed. But I also made sure that I prioritize saving and investing first before getting any type of depreciating asset, bruh. I tried to live like a college student. I'm still trying to now. It's hard, but trying to live like a college student for real. so I can stack that money up.
with having your dream car. But it should not hinder you from preparing yourself for financial independence in the long term. I drive my dream car now, right? In 22, I bought a Cadillac Escalade. And guess what? Just like my boy Quay is saying, it becomes just your new normal. It's just a car that I get in. If I had to do both of those things over again, I would have kept my Malibu that I was paying $237 for, paid it off, and I wouldn't have any car payments, and all that money would be able to go to investing. Sometimes it's not God that doesn't provide. It's us that don't properly allocate.
Exactly. A lot of people make decent money, bruh. A lot of people make money or gonna make a lump sum of money at some time in their life. It's up to you what you do with it to allocate it, budget it, do what you need to do. Most people got enough money. They just got a lot of leaky holes and expenses. Shoot, myself too. I'm not perfect with the money for sure, but I definitely know how to put something away. No bat. Let's look at some more car videos.
So since I made that video talking about how we're trying to normalize $600 car payments, I've noticed in the comments that a lot of people truly do not understand the concept of interest. And I said this in a comment video that I stitched, but I truly think it's because y'all were never taught and y'all had nobody to guide you on the purchase journey. Like, y'all only had the person who was selling you the car and then the person you were borrowing the money from. And in my opinion, a lot of those people just don't have your best interests at heart. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah, that's she ain't lying though. Like, that's not something we taught in high school. Like, interest payments, how to take out a car loan, how to take out a house loan, mortgage, stuff like that. It's not taught in school. So I mean, I can see why, especially the younger generation, might be foolish to just, well, not foolish, but ignorant to just go out there and purchase a car, especially with a high loan interest rates. I've been learning that recently, especially with my property I just purchased. It was on a higher end interest rate, but I can refinance in the future. But these car payments crazy.
So, when you go to purchase a car, unless you are paying for the car in full, you will have to finance your car. Okay. We're going to leave out the down payments right now. We're just going to talk about strictly interest. Okay. You get the car. You have to finance X amount. We'll say X amount is $30,000. You have to finance that. They run your credit. Your credit directly relates to the interest rate that you're going to get from whoever is lending you the money.
Yep.
Okay. So the average interest rates right now are from anywhere from like 6 to 12%. 6% if you have good credit, 12% if you have bad credit.
Dude, Yee said, back in the day, nobody cared if you had an older used car. Now you get judged, so people are out here with $20 an hour jobs financing. Oh, not the $20 an hour. 100% you have no clue why people came with this idea that you need a new $50K car every couple of years. Yeah, bro, that joint crazy. I still drive my 05 Infinity, bro. That joint, the paint job ain't the best, but that joint paid off. I paid like $100 for insurance. And that's another thing too. Insurance be ripping you off too, bro. So like when I first renewed my insurance, when I had full cover, I was paying like $182 on it for car insurance. I said, you know what? I'm not about to be paying this much for a beater. Like, that joint low-key a beater now. But like I said, well, how much liability? When I first went with State Farm, bro, they not sponsoring this video, but I went with State Farm, bro, and I got quoted for like $85 a month for liability. I said, sign me up, bro. Sign me up. I saved so much money. But now it's been like a year and some change since then. My insurance balance has been creeped up to like $95, almost $100. So it's like that joint gonna keep coming up in states like Florida. Insurance companies getting out of there. That joint is a scam. Just in reference to the car payment, you paying $600 for a car payment. Then you gotta pay average $200 a month for insurance because you gotta loan the car, so you can't just get liability. You know what I mean? So it's just like right there, you 800 right there.
Whatever in between. Okay. This interest is applied to the lump sum of the loan. I said $30,000. So we'll say you got 8% interest. You will be paying back 8% interest on this $30,000 loan. Okay? Stay with me. So when
about my Benz note was $347. So when I hear, dang, what was you paying, Brody? Oh, they say your Benz is old or was a C class or lower. Exactly. They said that's a 1995 Benz. Oh, Oh, they said that to the 1945 Benz. They get the fry out of.
What are you driving? What's your car payment?
I drive a 2020 Corolla and I paid $300.
What are you driving?
That's
What's your
solid.
payment?
That's solid.
I drive a 2022 Toyota Tundra. I pay $625 a month.
What are you driving? What's your car payment?
I got a 2024 Grand Highlander. I pay $1,200 a month.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I have a 22 4Runner TRD off-road with no car payment. I pay cash.
Okay.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I have a 2024 Toyota Limited 4Runner and I pay $572.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I drive a Mercedes and I have no payment because my parents bought me my first car.
What are you driving? What's your
He said 1,200 for what, bro? Hold up.
your car payment?
I got a 2024 Grand Highlander. I pay $1,200 a month.
Hold up, bro. He said 2024 Grand Highlander. Hold up, bro. Don't play with me like that. 1,200 a month. Brody paying $1,200 a month for a Toyota Grand Highlander, bro. If I'm paying $1,200 a month for a car, best believe it will be big body Benz, Infinity me, you know what I mean? Lexus me, you know what I mean? Something a little more luxury, bruh. If I'm paying $1,200 a month, Porsche, $1,200 a month for a Toyota, bruh. Where have we gone as a society? Like where we're paying $1,200 a month for a Toyota. Granted, it's gonna last you years to come, but it's like, bro, $1,200 a month coming out your. No, I'm not paying $1,200 a month for a Toyota Grand Highlander, bro. They got that.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I have a 22 4Runner TRD off.
Payment.
I drive a Mercedes and I have no payment because my parents bought me my first car.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
2023 TRD Camry. It's paid off.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
Crown, Toyota Crown Platinum. It's $590.
Why are these Toyota car payments over $500? It's a Toyota. That joint should be no more than $300. Like what? They said I pay $200 in rent. Where you live? He said the $200 is much more than my monthly mortgage. People are paying mortgages for cars, bro. Like.
What car do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
So
Love
I
my
drive
black
a
queen.
Mercedes,
Okay.
GLA 250,
Okay.
and I pay $715 a month.
Okay.
See, she got a little Benz jump. She got a cool Benz jump.
What do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a Ford Fusion and I pay $500 a month.
Okay. Hey Josh, what car do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I actually ride a bike and it's a 2024 Yamaha R1.
Yes, sir.
I pay $190 a month.
Yes, sir. Oh, he meant a motorcycle. He meant a motorcycle, bro. I thought he meant an actual bike, bro. I thought he meant an actual bike, bro. I thought he was like pedaling in that junk, bro. He meant a motorcycle. I was like, wait, $200 for a bike? $200 for a bike, bruh. I was like, who he took the load out on a bicycle, bruh? Nah, cause I got somebody I work with, and he paid like 10 bands for one of his bikes, cause he ride all around the country and stuff. He really showed me 10 bands for a bicycle. I was like, bruh, that's a car.
You pay me.
2017 Mercedes Benz. I pay $525 a month.
Yeah.
He still paying on that junk? That's only 2017.
What car do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a 2012 Toyota Camry and I don't make a payment.
Oh, period. Hey Allium, what car do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a Volvo S60 and I pay $512 a month.
Listen, what car do you drive and how much?
I paid $297 for my GLA 250, and I'm paying it off next week. Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear. Had it for 3 years. Okay. As a car salesman, an average car note is $600 now. $600 is very steep. $600 is very steep. Is it my Nissan Rogue at 720? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you paying $700 for a Nissan, bro. That's crazy. $700 for a Nissan, bro. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Here's what 20 grand.
How it started, and
You drive.
I drive a 2024 Jeep 392.
And how much do you pay a month?
Paid off.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Patrick, what do you drive?
2021 Charger SXT.
How much do you pay a month?
$1,100.
Hey, Matt.
Look at the comments. They said 1,100. They said 1,100 for a V6 is crazy.
These car payments were all over the place. All over the place. The only one who was able to stunt is that paid off Jeep Wrangler 392.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Why are you paying $1,100 for an XXT Charger? That's the regular one. You could have at least...
They said bro signed a 360 deal.
A scat pack, and still, that is too much.
Comments would have...
Sir, you can get a used Hellcat and pay less than $1,100. Why are you paying $1,100? The other lady had a Mazda C3 or CX3, whatever. She was paying $700. How much that car cost? Paying $1,100 for a base model Dodge Charger is diabolical nasty work.
Diabolical,
You should have kept that to yourself. You should lie and sell like $450. What's your name?
You drive.
Just think about it. I'm gonna wrap this up. Right. Think about it, bro. $1,100. That's not including insurance, gas, maintenance. Y'all can add it up, bro. Y'all can add it up. Y'all can add it up. But let's go ahead and get into this next video, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. I started this YouTube channel a while ago. Cover everything business, finance, reaction videos from a wide range of topics. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and the socials. I just put up the joint right here, JRuss23X. You know what I mean? And if you're returning to my channel, appreciate the love, appreciate the support. My last video I did last week, just starting to roll back up. They're doing some numbers, but see, I tune back in. If you want to see some more reaction videos, ask me questions, email me, jgorm1918@gmail.com. And like, comment, subscribe. Really mean it. You know what I mean? If you laugh at this video one time, just like it and subscribe for me, bro. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. But let's go.
Elon Musk is on track.
Why the rich keep getting richer in the U.S. Let's see what's up.
To become the world's first trillionaire by 2027. Musk is the closest person to the 13-figure mark.
The biggest...
who? Jensen up there already.
Musk is the closest person to the 13-figure mark.
Jensen up there already? I know Phil Knight and family, they that's Nike, right? Yeah, I think he owned Nike. Jensen Huang already of an Nvidia? He's the third already? That's crazy, cause yeah, Nvidia have been booming, bro. It's crazy cause a lot of these tech CEOs, their wealth is tied up in these companies. They get equity and shares of the company. So when the company does well, their net worth goes up. So yeah, that's not surprising because Nvidia been going crazy, bro. Like I have over 100% return already. So imagine what he got, and he was at this in the beginning. Dang, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy to think about.
The biggest driver of Elon Musk's wealth has been Tesla stock. If you look before the pandemic, that stock was trading at below $50 a share. Now it's at $230 a share. Some people think it could easily go to $300 a share if they have self-driving taxis, autonomous vehicles.
But not all Americans benefit from stock market plays. Wealth inequality in the U.S. has significantly increased over the past 30 years. Federal Reserve data shows the wealth of the top one.
They always be saying tax the rich. Like, I understand where they coming from, but bro, they've worked hard to get where they at. Like, Elon Musk said he used to sleep in his warehouses. Like, he used to sleep at every company he worked at. Like, so I mean, are you willing to do that to get where he at? Probably not. So it's like, why y'all want to tax the rich, bro? They work hard just like us, maybe even harder. Different if you're born to wealth, but these people actually built companies with their bare hands. Their bare hands, bro. Like come on now. They always saying tax the rich. Because I know when I'm getting paid, I work hard. You want to tax me even more? The corporations maybe, but the individual, no. You know what I mean?
percent has grown dramatically, while the wealth of the bottom 50% has stagnated. In the early 1990s, the top 1% held about $4.76 trillion, or 23% of the nation's wealth, while the bottom 50% had about $730 billion in equity, or 3.5% of total wealth. Fast forward to Q1 2024, the top 1% share increased to nearly $46.1 trillion, or 30% of the total wealth, while the bottom 50% held $3.78 trillion, or 2.5% of total wealth.
The American system, which is an economy fundamentally driven by entrepreneurs and innovation, where you're rewarded for taking risks, that creates growth for everybody.
While others feel that wealth concentration can be harmful to society.
So talk of a trillionaire is frightening. Billions of dollars of wealth translate into billions of dollars.
Elon Musk was named the richest man in the world in January 2021. He started 2020 worth about $28.5 billion and ended it being worth around $167 billion. As of September 2024, his net worth is valued at roughly $265 billion, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index.
One of the reasons that Elon Musk has grown so wealthy is not only because Tesla stock has gone up so rapidly, but also because the number of shares that he owns is growing rapidly. Over that 5-year period from 2019 to 2024, that stock went up 1,300%. If that stock continues to go up 100% a year along with his wealth, he will get to trillionaire status by 2027.
Tesla's stock rise during the pandemic wasn't necessarily tied to production or revenue.
But that joint down now. Tesla stock been down this year. Goes to show you gotta be careful. Get out, get in. Sometimes, well, I mean, if you long term, by all means, but they had a big drop.
Growth alone.
The stock of Tesla is now up 677% for the year. And that move has changed everything. Yet it only plans to make 500,000 cars this year. But this new generation of stock pickers, they believe that Elon Musk is a genius, and they want to stick with him as he takes over the world.
People invest for all kinds of reasons.
Elon Musk is like the current day Tony Stark. You know, he got robots. He got like SpaceX. Like he just creates and just he can do whatever he wants. He just creates what he wants, bro. Like real life.
Some invest for very short-term reasons. Other people invest because they think this stock is going to be a good one and it's going to generate profits for years and years and years.
Musk is in a unique position because of how he's compensated at Tesla.
Elon certainly had a lot of other shareholders and his stake in the company was fairly low when they started out, but he has had these massive pay packages, the most recent of which was over $50 billion. That's $50 billion in pay, not just what he owns in the company and the value of that stock. And so in addition to growing rich from his existing stock, he has grown rich every year from options that are part of these massive pay packages. We have never seen pay packages like this in corporate America, where somebody is given, if they meet certain benchmarks, a $50 billion payday.
$50 billion payday? You know what I'd do with $50 billion, bro? I would go off the face of the earth. Like, y'all would never see me again. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll be off in south of France, bro. I'll be off in south of France just bowling. Like, y'all would not see me again. My family be straight for sure. Family be straight. I'm gonna take care of the family, the homies, people that important to me. But I'm gone, bro. Y'all not gonna see me.
And so that has actually grown his share of the company over time to 13%. Some say based on current options, he could get to 20%. So one of the things that helps him reach trillionaire status is that Tesla stock grows, but also his ownership of the company grows because of these massive and unprecedented options.
That's crazy.
Musk made his
New Diaries.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's a very smart guy.
Equity in the major companies he's led, such as PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX.
And that's not like he's built so many companies. Like, he was early founders with
This is a pretty typical wealth story for the 1%.
If you look at the list of the richest Americans, whether we're talking about Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, the reason people get super rich is they start a company and they grow that company. And the reason that company keeps growing and growing is producing something valuable that people want.
Wealthier individuals typically have larger portions of their assets invested in the stock market, while middle-income households tend to have more of their wealth tied up in real estate.
That's interesting. Hold up.
That people want.
Wealthier individuals typically have larger portions of their assets invested in the stock market, while middle-income households tend to have more of their wealth tied up in real estate.
Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think that the more wealthy have it tied in stocks versus real estate? Even though I thought real estate was really the number one way to wealth, but why do you think people got more of their money in stocks? Leave a comment below. Let me know. I'm thinking like,
The wealthiest 1% of
maybe because it's more liquid. I mean, I guess it's probably because the expenses are low. You know what I mean? The barrier to entry is pretty low. You don't got to take out a loan. You don't got to pay mortgage, all that extra stuff. And stocks is more liquid. It's really on your phone. You got to pay taxes. But in my opinion, like I said, you got to pay taxes on everything. You live in America. So just go ahead and factor that in. It's probably because it's more liquid. I personally like stocks as well. I do like real estate. But I definitely believe having diversity is key.
Americans own nearly 50% of all U.S. stocks, while the bottom 50% of Americans hold about 1% of all stocks as of mid-2024. About 58% of families own stock in 2022, either directly or indirectly through passive investments such as retirement accounts.
Wealth inequality is very much driven by the prices of different types of assets. And so one of the things that will cause wealth inequality to go up, as measured by wealth concentration, is the stock market. The stock market has done well, but other assets, especially housing, has also done quite well. House values go up. That tends to raise wealth in the middle of the distribution, which offsets some of the gains that are happening at the top.
Most Americans.
That's another thing. It's like real estate is a very good for tax sheltering as well. So still interesting that they said
wealth is in home ownership, with more than 66% of families owning their own home in 2022.
The typical American, if a median house price has gone up by 50% or 100% over the past 5-6 years, that's a lot of wealth that's being created. So when we talk about wealth distribution, that's going to be an offsetting factor.
But homeownership as a main source of wealth creation can be a double-edged sword. Although increasing house values can benefit homeowners,
it's not liquid.
This trend also
it's just on paper. Like, that's what I'm learning after buying this condo. Like, yeah, you got equity, but it's really on paper. You can't use it until you sell it, refinance, take out a loan, you know what I mean? Or you turn it into a rental property.
Decreasing house affordability for potential buyers. Many Americans primarily earn their income by trading their time and skills for a paycheck, which is then taxed based on how much the individual earns. On paper, the ultra-wealthy's income isn't quite as clear.
We think about income as being sort of the improvement in one's ability to spend over time. You and I have paychecks, and those paychecks measure how much we can spend. Musk has a gigantic compensation package, but even that package, only a fraction of it shows up as taxable income, because much of it is in bonuses and other ways of getting paid. They make it easy to avoid taxation.
Elon Musk has seen his fortune more than double.
Over the past quarter century in particular, changes in tax policy have made it much more difficult to tax the rich. There are many more exclusions, many more ways to get around paying tax. Those same changes are what lead to a buildup in unrealized capital gains.
Capital gains are the profits someone makes once they sell an asset, such as stocks or real estate.
Yep. And you know what's crazy, bro, too? You got unrealized gains as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kamala wants to tax unrealized gains. Now that's crazy. Now look at me in the camera, bro. That's crazy. Taxing unrealized gains, bro. Come on. Why y'all just want everything, bro? Y'all just want everything. And if you don't know what unrealized gains are, it's basically gains that you made on paper or in the stock market. So if you invested in stocks, your 401k, things like that, you got the amount that you bought the share price for, and then you got the amount the share price has grown in value to. So if you bought a stock for $20 and it rose up to $300, that's $100 in profit, you know what I mean, in gains. They want to tax that, even though it's unrealized. Realized would be you sell it, it's in your pocket, $100 in your pocket. Now they want to talk unrealized gains like you ain't even sell it yet, you ain't even do nothing yet. Like, y'all want everything, bro. Like, why do y'all be wanting y'all want all the money, bro. Like,
we should think about taxing unrealized gains and other policies like that. Many people, like Musk, are probably going to die with very substantial unrealized capital gains. And the question is, do we allow those unrealized capital gains to pass untaxed
Who cares? It's their money, bruh. Like, they work for it.
To the next generation, or do we impose something like a tax on gains at death? So I think we need to do a better job of taxing the income while it's being earned. And that involves changes in tax law and eliminating some of these loopholes that have been put in place over the past quarter century.
One assumption could be that it's only because of the tax code that these people got rich, which is absurd. They got rich because they built a company and spent a lot of time building that company. You have to create valuable products. That's why those people got rich, not because of the tax code. And big change.
They created a business. They created a value. A lot of people like that value, that product. They made millions. They made billions, bro.
You make. You have to think, will that change the incentives in the system? So I would be careful making small changes.
It's not surprising that in this election cycle, the theme of taxing the wealthy and taking some of what they have to help those who have less has become very prominent, especially among Democrats and Vice President Harris. So one of the things that she has proposed is to tax what are called unrealized gains. And
what'd I just say? She trying to tax unrealized gains.
So what the Harris campaign has said is, look, it's not fair that because your wealth grows in value and you can borrow against that you never pay taxes, whereas the teacher, the firefighter, they have normal income and they have to pay taxes on that.
We need to tax the ultra rich. We need to tax corporations.
I'm sorry.
That's one of the most
I'm sorry, but that's the career you chose. Like,
powerful ways to reduce inequality.
That's
President Trump and a Republican-controlled
You know, we just gonna end the video there, yeah. The rich gonna keep getting richer. You know what I mean? Am I a hater? No, I'm not a hater. Hey, you worked hard for your money. You got it out the mud. Whatever you did, cool. You earned it. I'm right behind you though. Like, I'm grinding for it too. The next person should be grinding too. But that's a whole rabbit hole though, man. But hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new here in the stream, new here in the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jonathan, 24 years old. Created this YouTube channel, all things business, finance, and reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. You feel me? If you're returning to my channel, appreciate the love. Make sure y'all stick around. Email me any topics y'all want to get into. But yeah, let's get into the next video. Young men 18 and 29, building yourself, being accountable. Let's get into it. I think it's a very important topic.
What is going on, young men between 18 and 29? I am the over 50 guy. Listen,
and make sure you tap in Instagram, TikTok, JRS23X. You know what I mean? Let me know.
I love how stuff just comes across.
And shout out him, the guy over 50. And shout out to all the content creators too. The last couple ones. I mean, their names are in the video, but shout out them. It's that CNBC and the TikTokers. Appreciate it.
I'm in the gym. A friend of mine walks by me. He asked me how I'm doing. I was like, man, I'm good. And he said a thing that I want to share with you guys today. I said, I'm good. He said, if you ain't, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Dang,
and you know what?
Dang, OG, your camera kind of blurry. I thought it was my eyesight, but it's actually his camera.
Used to, just speaking to people and going about my business, but that one stuck with me. And what it made me think about and what I want to share with you guys this morning is accountability. Accountability. What was my man saying to me this morning when he said that if I'm not good, it's my fault? I'm not in that man's head, but my interpretation of that would be that of you're responsible for you. Yep. If you're not good, it's not your spouse's fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not that. It's up to you.
Nah, really. You know what I mean? It's really up to you. You got to hold yourself accountable and just outside everyday forces that's trying to come in and distract you and all that good stuff. You gotta stand 10 toes and know your core values, bro. You know what I mean? I know other people gonna be talking throughout the day, but like make this get on your nerves. But you can't let them mess up your whole day. Like, you have a good day, one person can just mess it up, which it happens, but you can't let that, bro.
It's your fault. You are ultimately accountable for you, and there could be no better message that I can give you guys this morning at this age, because you are used to other people up until this point of your life. You are used to other people being accountable for you, and that time in your life is over. I just said a few
it really is
videos back that you're at that tender age where nobody really cares, especially if you're a man. So the ideal of accountability, the ideal of taking responsibility for yourself. Again, you are so used to other people being accountable for you, your parents, your teachers, and that time of your life is over. And you want it to be over. You want to start taking responsibility for yourself. That's part and parcel of being a man.
Yeah.
That you own your stuff.
Especially when you turn 18, bro. Like, when you turn 18, you a man. You considered a man, and the world don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. You know what I mean? You got to figure out yourself. Now, you have great parents. They built you a good foundation. You use it. But a lot of y'all just be whines, just be messing it up. Y'all come good houses, good family, private school, all that. But then y'all end up just wanting to go out in the streets and do what you do, or just scam, or do this illegal stuff. Like, that's not cool, bro. Like, make use of the time, bro. Like, make use of your time.
So whatever position that you're in right now,
Lock in, bro. Lock
you have
in.
to start owning that. Listen, it's nobody else's fault. If you are overweight, no one is forcing food into your mouth. If you are not at the position that you want to be in with your job, with your money, no one is making you just sit at home and do nothing all day, play video games, watch porn. Nobody's making you do that.
For sure.
You have to be responsible for yourself. I will give you a perfect example of how this plays out in my life. Or how this has played out in my life. We can take school. I wasn't as good, and I didn't put as much effort into school, high school, and that when I was younger. I graduated, but you know what? When I look back on it all, did more bullshit, and I didn't take it serious. And I still managed to escape with a degree, but let me show you accountability. Because I get a little older, and I want to take school serious, and I go into college. And instead of going right into my field of study, no, I got to start all over. And I have to take that stuff that I didn't take serious in high school.
Take it again.
I have to retake all of that stuff. And now I have to pay for it out of my own pocket.
Yeah, bro. No cap, bro. No cap. No cap. So I turned 18. I wasn't the biggest fan of college, but now I'm a big advocate for college and university. And the reason for that is because it's the networking you get, the scholarships you can get as well. Yes, it's expensive, but you got to play the game right. You need the good game, bro, on how to finesse the school system. You know what I mean? But connections, you get to major something that you're really interested in. Really the networking, bro, and then the ability to make a great career when you graduate if you choose the right major, bro. And like he said, paying those classes out of pocket. In high school, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I would say I'm a C student, but at the same time, if you look at my report card, I had mostly A's and B's, a couple of C's. So I mean, I never slacked with school. I was already pretty cool with school. I ain't never really have a tough time. Maybe in like third, fourth grade, maybe. But other than that, I always hustled and got my work done, bro. Like when I first went to college, at Loyola University in Baltimore, I went there for my first 2 years, and I was studying engineering, and I had to lock in, bro. All my friends was going partying Friday, Saturday night. I was straight in the books, head down, grinding, bro. Grinding straight down in the books, bro. Like, no funnies. I was in tutoring throughout the week. I was in tutoring, bro, for calculus and all that stuff, bro. And it was no joke, bro. I used to see my mom sign those checks for tuition, bro. Thousands, bro. And I was like, nah, I can't waste the money like that. Like, that's fumbling, bro. Like, you gonna waste your parents' money like that just so you can go party and all that after that rah-rah stuff? Like, nah. See? People would kill to be able to have parents that would pay out of pocket for college, or at least contribute to the education. I still got loans, but you know what I mean?
So even though I bullshitted in high school, eventually it caught up to me, and I had to be accountable for that, right? It cost me because I wasn't accountable back then. It came back on me, and I had to be accountable. Same way with finances. A lot of things, and I told you guys about that on the last video, that I want you to learn about finances, right? I didn't know a lot about finances when I was coming up. I made a lot of money. I spent a lot of money, but now when I am trying to do things financially, it's harder because I didn't take accountability back then, but I'm being made
Stack your paper, bro.
Because there's certain
if you're
things
making 10, 12, $15 an hour, put 10% up, bro. Put 10% up. Put 10% up of everything you make minimum. I would say 20%, but put 10% up, bro. Put it in the savings account where you don't see your online junk, don't touch it, don't do nothing, bro. Or even better, if you want to, open a brokerage account, put it in some stocks, bro. Let it sit, especially if you're 18 and under 20, bro. Bro, you got so much time for compound interest to just compound, accumulate, bro. Like, I started when I was 20 investing, and that joint's starting to compound now, bro. So it's like, start earlier, you start the better, bro. You gonna thank yourself later, bro. I'm telling you.
If you don't take accountability now, I see people that I went to high school with that did not take care of their health, even in high school. And you look at them now, they have the diabetes, they have heart disease, they have all of these issues. Because
a lot of people ain't never really worked out again since they graduated high school. That's very common, bro. Most people have not worked out since high school. Like,
they didn't take accountability for their health now or for their health back then. Guys, it doesn't just creep up on you. Wherever you are in life, if it's not where you want to be, you're going to have to take accountability for it. And if you don't take accountability for it, life will ultimately make you accountable for it. That guy saying that this morning, listen, no one can make you or not make you do anything as an adult. Yeah, I can make a 7-year-old clean his room and listen, and I can do that with a 7 and 8-year-old. At 18 and 29, can't nobody make you do shit. And there are certain things that people shouldn't have to make you do.
Yep.
Being accountable for yourself should make you do that. No one can make you do anything you don't want to do. No one can make you happy or sad. Nobody. These are things that only you can do for yourself. So if you're between 18 and 29, if you get nothing from this video, you are responsible for you. If you're not good, it's your fault. If you are not where you want to be and you are not building yourselves adequately, it's your fault. If you are being distracted and controlled by women and sex, and it's your fault.
No cap. Appreciate you, OG, the guy over 50 guy. Appreciate you for this good game, Unc. No, he's not lying though. It's at the end of the day, the world is in your hands. Your life is in your hands, and if you mess up and drop the ball, it's on your fault. Can't stand people that be blaming other people. I'm gonna blame the white man. My parents ain't helped me out, bruh. I got bagged when I was younger. Take accountability, bruh. Suck it up. You know what I mean? Nobody cared, bruh. At the end of the day, had to learn at an early age, bruh. Nobody really care. You got to get out there. You got to get to it. And I hope that puts some flame in your heart, that, you know what I mean, to go get it, bruh. To go get it. Ain't nobody gonna make you go to the gym. Ain't everybody gonna make you to go to work every day. You don't gotta go to work. By all means, you do not have to go to work. But when them bills start coming, bruh, and the checks getting slow, boy, people be going crazy when that money get low. People do some stupid things when that money get low, bruh. People get things. Next, we're going to get into why men are leaving the workforce. This is interesting. I've been wanting to watch this video for a minute, so hey, come watch it with me. Let's react to it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. Just graduated college. I created this channel, all things business, finance, reaction videos, you know what I mean? Follow me on social media at jrush23x, you feel me? If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you for showing love and returning. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit them post notifications, and let's get to it.
Be their prime working years. 5 to 54, who are often considered to be their prime working years. As of August 20, men have been steadily dropping out of the workforce, especially in age 25 to 54, who are
all men who are working or looking for work. 1950, it was at 90%. It dropped almost 20%, bro. And then men 80% who are working or looking for work.
Often considered to be their prime working years. As of August 2024, 13.7% of prime age men were not working, compared to just 7.2% in 1954.
The long-term
so it is increasing
in labor force participation
by so-called prime age men is a tremendous worry for our society, for our economy, and probably also for our political system.
There's a surplus of prime age workers who could be working and aren't, and that's this puzzling problem.
The unemployment rate for prime age working men sat at 3.4% in August 2020.
Oh, 2020 was high because
This number primarily includes those who are unemployed and looking for a job. But about 10.5% of men in their prime working years, or roughly 6.8 million men nationwide, are neither working nor looking for employment, compared to just 2.5% in 1954.
What's surprising is it's not a COVID phenomenon, it's not a recession phenomenon.
And for every prime age man who is unemployed and looking for a job, there are more than 3, and some years 4, who are neither working nor looking for work.
So what's driving men out of the workforce?
Y'all think they just lazy? What y'all think? Y'all think they lazy or they just ain't getting paid enough? I mean, even if I ain't getting paid enough, I need something coming in, you feel me? So,
and if left unchecked, what impact will it have on the US economy? Cited obsolete skills, lack of education and training, half of prime age men out of the workforce. Cited obsolete skills, lack of education and training, poor work record or security issues as a reason preventing them from work.
Education is a very important predictor of a prime age man's odds of being out of the labor force.
The big impacts are on the non-college educated groups on their ability to enter and stay in the labor market.
Men who are not college educated leave the workforce at higher rates than men who are.
some college degree, that's bachelor's degree or more. Okay.
At the same time, fewer younger men have been enrolling in college over the past decade.
If you look at the geography of where the most prime age,
I mean, 2% ain't, 3% ain't crazy, but when you consider millions, billions of people,
the geography of where
that's
the
a lot,
most prime age men on the labor force are in particular, they tend to be in places that have experienced manufacturing declines. They used to graduate with a high school education and have good, stable jobs. They weren't glamorous jobs. They were, automobile factories, sometimes mines, other manufacturing jobs, but they were respected, they were stable, and they could support a family. Since then, due to technology-driven growth, a little bit due to Chinese competition, you've had a lot of manufacturing firms and the places where they were located that were one-horse towns.
They getting replaced by AI.
Wages could also
just like this like the shoreman strike that happened not too long ago. They try and get something in the deal where they don't get replaced by AI and machines. Y'all getting replaced. I'm sorry to break it to you, but like most jobs will be replaced, bro, by AI. Robots don't go on strike, bro. You know what I mean? They don't care about how much they get paid. You charge them up. You don't need health insurance and life insurance. I mean, just being realistic, bro. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to pivot and find another career that isn't able to be taken by robots.
Factor.
And AI.
Median annual wages for men with a high school diploma have fallen from just over $57,600 in 1973 to $45,000 in 2023, adjusted for inflation. At the same time, wages for those with a bachelor's degree or more have increased by about $6,300 during the same period. This decline in earnings led to a 44% growth in the exit rate of men without a college degree from the workforce between 1980 and 2019.
I think, honestly, status plays more of a role than wages. As I said before, you had a manufacturing job, it was respected, you were part of a community, breadwinner for your family, you had organizations like unions or Rotary clubs that surrounded your job, and that's gone.
In general, men without children are also less likely to participate in the workforce compared to men with children, especially men without education or training after high school.
What we have seen is a huge rise in the proportion of prime age men who've never been married, and a very, very significant decline in the proportion
Let us see my black kings
have kids at home. And those two trends track closely with the big changes that we've seen about male attachment in the labor force. Correlation isn't always causation, but looking at that correspondence is real important, I think.
Meanwhile, 57% of the roughly 10% of men not looking for work said their physical or mental health was the main reason for not being employed, with 55% citing a disability, serious illness, and or receiving disability benefits.
The whole question about the health and the mental health of male workforce dropouts is an extremely important and I think concerning one. Distressing proportion.
That's important because as a man, it's a lot on your shoulders, bro. Like, especially if you got a family and kids, they depending on you. And like, that's a lot of pressure, bro. Like, you really got to oversee, provide, protect for a group of people, like, on you. Of course, it's not all on you, but it's like, at the end of the day, if you married with kids and y'all go homeless, y'all go broke, who everybody gonna look at, bruh? They gonna look at the husband. They gonna look at you. If you a male watching this, they gonna look at me, bruh. They gonna look at me. They gonna be like, what is you doing? You fumbling, you know what I mean? You not leading your family in the right direction, whoop de whoop. So it's like, that's a lot of pressure, bruh. That's a lot of pressure.
Of the men who are out of the workforce say they're using pain medications every day.
My home, my rule.
Shoot. Uh-oh.
17 research paper estimates that an increase in opioid prescription between 1999 to 2015 led to about 43% of the decline in men's labor force participation rate during that period.
So then you have to ask, what sort of pain are we talking about? Are we talking about physical pain? Are we talking about metaphysical pain? There's an enormous amount of depression, mental health challenges that men in this grouping face. Some of this is a chicken and egg question. Did you drop out because you were feeling sad, or are you sad because you dropped out and you're living on the couch?
Unemployment is really terrible for people's well-being. Often people adapt to all kinds of negative shocks.
Like you don't got no purpose.
Losing a kid, being widowed, whatever, and eventually kind of come back. But long-term unemployment is one of the worst things in terms of that. So what you have is a kind of scarring effect, and it's worse for men because their identity is much more wrapped up in their role as a worker.
Yeah.
Men's declining workforce participation can potentially leave a lasting impact on the American economy.
It means slower growth of the economy, obviously. It means bigger wealth gaps within our society.
It certainly will have an impact on our productivity, and probably already is.
The U.S. has been experiencing a severe shortage in labor, still missing 1.7 million Americans from the workforce compared to February 2020. The McKinsey Global Institute estimates that U.S. GDP could have been $296 to $442 billion higher in 2023 if the country had been able to fill its job vacancies. However, some experts suggest the impacts of men leaving or never entering the workforce could be more sector-specific.
You need young men coming in wanting to replace those people going out. And so if men have primarily been in more manual labor, more blue skilled and skilled trades, if they're older and they're leaving retirement, and there's not as many young men coming in, both because of declining cohort sizes, but moving in a different direction type of careers, we're going to be losing that sector of productivity.
Cause all that work they be doing, that hard labor work, bro, that's strenuous on your body. Like, no. Now, all I mean is, I do out there. I get dirty. I get sweaty. I you know what I mean, manufacture, electrician, you know what I mean, got to get on my knees if I need to. Wop, in regard to, you know, being a plumber or something like that, bro. That's wild. That's wild, bro. But nah, bro. I like sitting at my desk in my cubicle. Good air conditioning, good heat, not a lot of noise. Sit there, type some work all day, meetings, I prefer that over, you know, more trade skill set
Despite
type
a steep
work.
rise in
Or the
federal
military,
funding,
bro.
The infrastructure sector hasn't been able to find enough workers, with the construction workforce shortage surpassing 500,000 in 2024.
We are a little concerned about the impact that inflation is going to have and has had on the movement of infrastructure dollars into
You're worried about the impact? Boy, this impact done already happened.
productive.
Yeah, this year.
activity. Having
Impact did
short
already happen. What you mean?
is going to raise
Israel did already happen.
The trend could have a dire socio-political impact as well.
It'll get worse in ways that we would not like. I mean, I think it would lead to more premature deaths, but it will also likely lead to radicalization and polarization, because this is a frustrated, left-behind group with no options.
That's crazy.
There are problems that government can address and problems that government can't address.
So one of the first functions that
Yes, how do we fix this?
policy is economic growth. You have a strong economy, you're going to have increased wage structure, and it's going to bring people back into the market.
More than a quarter of prime-age men not looking for work cited insufficient pay as a reason preventing them from work.
I could understand insignificant pay, because
And nearly half
you
said
doing all that
competitive
work to
pay,
make $10 an
salary,
hour.
compensation,
That's crazy.
and or bonuses
I
was a
don't think you
very
can even live off
important
$20 an
factor
hour
in
in
considering
this,
whether to
you
enter
know what I mean,
or return
economy.
to the workforce.
For the young, better training, skills training, some form of post-high school education, encouraging that, maybe even subsidizing that. I think part of the youth mental health crisis has to do with what's next. What's AI going to do? What am I going to do? Are there any stable jobs? I can't afford college. All those questions all come together. And
Every
so
day.
models that help them
Thousand
give
thoughts
them a
in your
jump
head.
start can be really effective ways of intervening. And there are actually now really promising programs in high schools which teach kids financial literacy.
That's
They
good.
teach them about equitable entrepreneurship. They teach them about how do you foster better mental health as part of the workplace. And it seems to inspire kids to go on to college, right? Because they sort of see a pathway where they didn't see it before.
Pretty much against the initial intentions of the founders of the program.
I don't want to
They've
get this
ended
video
up
too
with
long for
a
y'all. I know
situation that
people
too
attention span
often
don't even be that long, bro.
subsidizes or even incentivizes helplessness.
Yeah, but we'll wrap that up. Men are leaving the workforce. Okay, interesting. People just don't want to work. I mean, from looking at what they saying, it's just, lack of pay, a lot of mental and physical health as well is a big contributor to that. I think the pandemic just definitely sped it up as well. A lot of people got lazy, had some money, they didn't really want to do too much, But I think it's really because, one, people ain't getting paid enough, and a lot of men are lazy, in my opinion. People be saying Gen Z be lazy, but I think we working. We know how to get it off the phone, like, you know what I mean? Somewhere, somehow, but yeah, that's crazy, bro. I could never leave the workforce. I gotta get to it at all times, bro. Gotta get to it at all times. But let's get into this next topic. Demand is still strong. AI demand, man. Let's get into this topic. I'm following the NVIDIAs, the ASML, things like that. If you new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. Cover all things business, finance, reaction videos to a wide range of topics. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're interested. If you found some good information, you smiled, you laughed, just hit a subscribe and like it for me. Leave a like at least. That ain't too much, bro. That's all I ask, bro. Follow me on social media, on my platforms up above, JRuss23X. Go ahead and do that. And if you're returning, appreciate you for returning back to the channel. Depending on how long you've been rocking with me, we've been going up a little bit. Just trying to get consistent with it. Appreciate y'all. But AI demand is still strong, you feel me? My portfolio been booming, so let's see what they talking about.
Today, recovering from yesterday's broader chip sell-off. Amazing.
Yeah, there was a chip sell-off too. ASML 2 is down like, how much is ASML down? I put some more bread into it. I bought more.
Stop waiting. Start investing. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley.
NVIDIA climbing today, recovering from yesterday's broader chip sell-off on the heels of a disappointing earnings leak from ASML. That stock still sinking today. NVIDIA also getting hit with news that the DOJ is considering capping AI chip exports to some countries. Joining me now to discuss all this is Bernstein Research's Stacey Rascon. Stacey, it's good to have you here. It always sounds like there's a ton going on.
Always trying to cap
NVIDIA. Certainly there is. Not to mention we have, Jensen is really, on the circuit out there, kind of preaching the future at every turn as well. And yet the stocks, it's up 0.7% this week. It's kind of hanging in there onto this gain. So separate out what matters and what might not for this one.
Yeah, you bet. So yesterday took a hit along with the rest of the sector on two things. One was the ASML earnings leak, which was interesting in its own right, and some of the export control news. I think any hit that it took on the ASML report was probably not really justified because, well, ASML's report, as we all know now, was not great, the one sort of bright spot from it was AI demand. It seems like AI demand is still off the charts. It's about the only thing that is, but it's still very strong, and clearly like that benefits NVIDIA. I do wonder if some of the hit yesterday was more around some of the export control stuff, and what's going on there is there were some stories that suggest the U.S. is considering, I guess they suggested capping the licenses that NVIDIA and other AI chip vendors can use to sell parts to other countries, particularly, I guess, in this case, the Middle East.
I mean, I understand that because you want to keep competition. You know, we want the U.S. to be at the forefront of technology, so I can understand that. The reason for the ASML sell-off, you know, earnings report, going a little shaky, but come on now. It's been up, but now the past month is down 10%. It's down 17%. So the past 6 months, year to date, it's up 0.56%. You know what I mean? But hey, that's a buying opportunity for me. I bought more. I started buying an ASML. I forgot what year. Like end of last year for real. Like around that 600. I was really in like early, like around here, like 500-600 range, and I just kept dollar cost averaging. But it's been selling off a lot. But hey, that just means it's on sale, and when a good stock is on sale, you buy more. Don't fear. You just buy more, bro.
I'd say it, and though I'm not sure it's that big of a deal, I guess we'll see. But caps, in my opinion, are not bans. They already have license. They're already under licensing arrangements with the Middle East. They have to get licenses to ship there anyways. And frankly, the other like outright bans that we've seen in the past haven't really slowed them down at all. So I'm not terribly worried about that. They seem to be more incremental than anything else. And we saw the stock yesterday was coming down before the ASML. They dropped sharply and then kind of recovered a little bit afterwards. And
this video is a little bit late, but NVIDIA is just like up, like hit new all-time highs, bro. Like it
so
just
I think today it's kind of relaxing a little bit as it's clear that the ASML news is not a direct read across, and maybe the export control stuff isn't as big of a deal as people might have been worried at first.
Yeah, and the market clearly, as you suggest, making its peace with whatever all this is. And I know there's a way also of saying, listen, this stock is where it traded 4 months ago. It had an absolutely massive run. It gets the $3.3 trillion market
That's fine
cap,
with me.
And then maybe it needs to
That
kind
is
of hang
fine
out for a
with
little while
me.
and figure out exactly
That's
how
fine
long
with
we're going
me.
to be in this lucky position
That's
of
fine with me,
demand
bro.
outracing
We buy
supply
more.
into next year. So where do you think that sits in terms of investor expectations and how the stock is positioned?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. You sort of look at the last couple of months, it was in a lot of news flow. The stock took a big hit several months ago on the Blackwell delay rumors, and while it does seem that there were some issues there, it really looks like they've worked through without any problems, right? So it didn't really have any impact on the demand trajectory. And I'd say since then, the stock was, I think it went to $90 or something, like close to it. And so it certainly recovered off of that. I guess that was a great entry point in hindsight. And look, going forward, I mean, all of the checks on AI demand, like I said, they're going to sell everything that they can make. And you mentioned Jensen's out there. I think he's been on your channel more than once in recent weeks and sounding very enthusiastic. It's the one bright spot in the whole semiconductor arena right now. It's the one thing where we can definitively point and say demand is probably going.
I hope ASML does a stock split, bro.
To exceed expectations, even expectations that I think are going up now. Some of the other areas in semis, I wish you could say that. You can't really say that.
ASML is literally like the backbone of this chip revolution. Like they actually manufacture the chips. Like they're a key component in all of this. You can't make chips without ASML, so they're definitely a monopoly and a moat when it comes to the stock industry, the chip industry.
No, for sure. Well, speaking of the other areas of semis, I mean, we also have these reports that, maybe Qualcomm, if it is considering some kind of a bid for Intel, might be waiting till after the...
Interesting. Let's look at this next video.
With NVIDIA.
Bullish.
Which is trading
Bulls.
higher on a bullish call. BofA Securities raising its price target on the tech giant to $190 from $165, reiterating its buy rating.
We need that, baby. We need 190. We need that 90 generational opportunity.
Advantage in a growing market. The stock already up nearly 180% just this year. And that's after last year where it's something like tripled. Now here's the analyst behind that call, Vivek Arya. Vivek, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
I guess the question...
And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. If you're new here, my name's Jonathan, 24 years old. Just my YouTube channel, all things business, finance, reaction videos. I like talking about money. I like talking about business. So I like getting into stocks and all that good stuff. Investing, budget, and we're gonna get a lot of the topics on this channel. If you're interested in that, leave a like. If I made you laugh, I learned something new, like, subscribe, possibly. You might be interested. If you're a returning subscriber, appreciate you for tuning in with me. And keep rocking with me. But let's get back to this video. All information above.
In reply to the idea, I have no question that NVIDIA is going to be a great company for a long time to come. But it has already had that generational moment, it would seem to me. So how do you see it moving multiples higher from here, generationally, I suppose?
Tyler, let me actually tell you a story first. The first commercial internet
story.
service started in the US in 1989. Amazon started in 94, Google in 98, and Meta in 2004. The point here is that you don't just have 1 or 2 year technology cycles when you are investing in these real big changes to the technological infrastructure. And we think generative AI is one of those really big technological changes that is going to take time to play out. It is true that it is insanely computationally intensive. You need a very strong linkage between the silicon, the system, the software, the developers. They all need to come together. But this is not something that will just start and end in 1 or 2 years. And specific to NVIDIA, in the last 2 weeks, we had the chance to meet with, we had the chance to interact with and listen to a number of companies
just hit
in the
all-time
supply
highs.
chain to their
It already
competitors.
hit
And what
all-time
is
highs.
coming out
It's
very
taking my
loud and
portfolio
clear is
uppity,
that the
up,
opportunity
up.
is much larger. Their competitive position is much
5 days,
stronger.
week
And then
chart
finally, when I look
133.
at the stock,
We're already at the
right? We have a stock
144,
that is trading
143,
less than 1 times
144.50.
earnings growth. And if you were to take an average of the other so-called Max 7, they are trading at 1.9 times their average earnings growth for next year. That is why we think that we are in front of a large opportunity. The company is executing well, and the valuation is very compelling, even at these levels.
Vivek, let me ask you, today's interesting because NVIDIA is doing well, but the rest of the semis are actually struggling, and the stocks is lower. What explains that?
Yes, Kenny, I think, this week we had the start of earnings. We had one very tough report from ASML. Then we had a very strong report from TSMC.
Oh yeah, TMC
went
went
report
crazy.
from semiconductor companies. And the challenge the industry is facing is that this, one shiny area of AI is doing extremely well. But it is less than
I got a
5% of
couple
the
shares
overall
of
industry,
TMC.
whereas the rest of the industry, which has to do with industrial and automotive and PC and smartphone demand, that is just not doing as well. So I think it's possible that investors are taking a wait and see attitude before we get into the heart of this earnings season. So I think it's that kind of very normal earnings volatility that we usually see.
How wide and deep is the NVIDIA moat?
Sure.
Very.
So what I think AI is telling us is that it is not just good enough to be a chip maker, right? That you need to make sure that you can scale these chips across the system, that you have software that can be optimized to deliver the best computational performance, that you're taking care of all the energy, right, and the power requirements, that you're working at scale with the supply chain in Asia, and then importantly that you're working with an enterprise ecosystem. A few days ago we saw NVIDIA signing the relationship with Accenture, who will train thousands of people to go and deploy NVIDIA-based systems. So I think it takes that end-to-end knowledge, and only one company today is able to deliver that. And this is not something you overcome in a day or a year or 2 or 3 years, because NVIDIA has been investing in this kind of silicon and software right from the days when they were just a gaming company. Their core operating system called CUDA came out over a dozen years ago. So that's the kind of advantage and lead that they have built, both in
They've
terms
been around
of
for
their
a while,
early
bro.
investments in software. And today,
NVIDIA has been around for a while. That's why you just gotta stay down, trust the company, definitely believe in leadership. You gotta see is the industry they're in, is it easy, is barrier to entry low, things like that. When I get the Patreon up and running, I'm definitely gonna get into how I really pick my stocks. But if you're new here, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're gonna get into this next video. From six-figure business owner to working a 9-to-5 job. So we're going to see what she's talking about. Like I said, if you're new here, my name is Jonathan, 24 years old. I like talking about things, business, finance, reaction videos, to a wide range of different topics. But definitely I like getting into the money. And then, also, if you're returning to my channel, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got the logo up there, so y'all can tap in on my Instagram pages, all that good stuff. But let's get into it. From six-figure business owner to working 9-to-5.
Some will say.
Oh, she had the money roll.
That I had it all. The money.
Okay.
The cars. The clothes.
Okay.
And my own business.
Shout out this Miss Taffy. Shout out Miss Taffy.
In this cubicle, working a 9-to-5 job. I don't want anybody to feel sad or feel like, oh, empathy for me or anything like that. Actually, my story, it could be inspiring for some. Let's take it back.
Okay.
Ever since I can remember, even in high school, I was a hustler. I sold candy. Listen, I don't know if y'all remember when the phones had the ringtones. I was putting ringtones on.
She sound like me for real.
Phones.
She sound like me. She a hustler.
Listen,
She a hustler. We love hustlers, bro.
Any
We
way
love
to make
hustlers.
money, I was doing it in high school.
You feel me?
And just
I was selling candy in the 8th grade, bro. No back. Yeah, the homies had candy in the locker room. It was getting to the point where me and my man would bring the chips. He had the hot Cheetos. He had a Cool Ranch, the Doritos. I had the candy. The biggest seller was the Slim Jims though. The Slim Jims, I used to do them like 25 cents a pop, bro. In middle school, bro, oh, them just would sell out like crazy. I used to be walking back home with a bag of cash, bro. Then they tried to shut down our whole operation because we was too hot. Like, we had that joint running. And when, at the end of the day, bro, everybody was, my man's Mel, Jay, they was like, I got snacks. He was like, of course. But then we got caught up in one of my homeroom classes because that's where we would link up at the end of the day. So we really had to tell people, go to the locker, give us the cash. We'd be like, hey, go to the locker, 223. Put the code in, type, get the snacks, you good. Cause like they was trying to shut down the whole operation, bro. They wasn't trying to see us one have motion.
My little bug. I joined the car club. I was doing the dang thing. Once I finished high school,
she was having paid.
I went to college. I went to Cal State Dominguez. My major was sociology. I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I figured like sociology, you can't go wrong. So while I'm in college, I had a part-time job. I was working. And I don't know if you guys remember the phones at the time. They're called sidekicks. I had a sidekick, and I'll be honest, I talk a lot. So I was in class talking to somebody, and I dropped my phone, and the screen cracked. And I'm like, no! When your phone is out of commission, you feel like you out of commission. So I'm like, I need my phone fixed. So I got on Craigslist at the time. And a gentleman said he could fix my phone in 15 minutes. I'm like, huh? And he was charging a lot for 15 minutes, but I'm like, whatever, I need my phone fixed. So we're gonna call the gentleman that fixed my phone that I met on Craigslist, Mike. So I met Mike, you guys, at the gas station. It was right by my school at the time. I hopped in his truck. I handed him my phone. He let me watch him fix it. It didn't even take 15 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah,
and I'm looking
quick.
I've got
What's some stores called? You fix, I break. I mean, you break, I fix.
But whatever, I paid him the money. I was happy about my phone. You guys, he was trying to, I guess call himself date me. So he was like, hey, you want to hang out? You can ride with me while I do some repairs. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he's trying to date. I'm trying to think of another revenue for money.
You feel me? She a hustler.
Things you don't mess around with. Food and money.
So I went with him. He was fixing phones. And he was fixing them. But then he was breaking them too. Mike was a cold piece. I'm like, you don't have to do this, Mike. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, no, I'd rather build a rapport and a relationship with somebody. I don't want to like, what are you doing? But you know, everybody don't think the same. So when I realized what he was doing, I'm like, oh, he's kind of shiesty. I'm like, I'm gonna do it the right way. So I went on eBay and I started ordering broken sidekicks. So I'm getting the broken sidekicks and I'm getting the parts and I'm practicing.
Okay.
I practiced so much until I had a down pack. Now at this point, guess who on Craigslist? Posting their ad.
You feel me? You don't gotta reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Find something that works. Add your own swag to it. Add your own taste to it. Boom.
make.
Don't just like copy the dude. You know what I mean? I don't swag to it though.
I'm my competition, and I'm posting on Craigslist, and I'm getting business. I was young at the time. Like I said, I was in college, so I knew I had to network. So I ended up finding these party promoters, and I had them put my business on the bottom of the flyer.
Good marketing.
I started going to cell phone stores. I made a business card. I'm like, hey, I come to you. So y'all, at this point, I'm booming. I'm fixing the phones. I'm like, yo, this is money. I was making so much money just fixing the phones. But I'm like, hold on, it gotta be more. So then
She a hustler.
And I started getting like the colorful housing. So now I'm switching out housings. I'm doing a lot. Everything you could do to a sidekick, I was doing it. I was exhausted by this point because I'm working a regular job, going to school full time, and hustling. Luckily, after a while, you guys, I'm like, I started looking at my time and the money I was making on my part-time job. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just quit this
I'm done that job
and do the sidekicks full time. And luckily, by this point, I met a gentleman by the name of Sale. He like, hey, come in my store. You can pay me rent and you can fix phones out of here. I'm like, I might as well do that because I'll be at one spot. It's less work, and then everybody can come to me. So I did that, you guys. I went to Sale's cell phone shop. I rented a little space from him, and I was fixing the phones. It's crazy, guys, because where I was at, it was a swap meet. It's not even there no more. I think it's a Family Dollar.
Damn.
But whatever, let me back on the story. So I'm fixing phones.
Things will
there,
change
and,
all the time.
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I bought me a new car. I had my mom get a car. I was just, listen, you know how you on top, you just spending. I'm doing good. I'm doing
Hold up.
Real good. I bought me a new car. I had my mom get a car. I was just, listen, you know how you on
She was getting paid.
Spending.
She was getting paid. She was getting paid. She was getting paid, bro.
That's what I was doing. I was young. Like,
What's the?
money management.
How much was she getting, bro?
What?
You a car and your mother a car?
After about,
Oh, she getting paid. She was getting paid.
I say about a year. We moved from the swap meet to an actual store.
She
And
was
it was
getting
right across the
paid.
street, you guys.
She
It's
was
a retail
getting
store. I'm
paid,
doing the
bro.
same thing. I'm paying rent. And I'm fixing the phones. I was there for a minute. All of a sudden, Sel was like, hey, he's selling the business. And I'm like, yo, this is my source of income. Like, huh? I was spending a lot of money, but luckily I was saving some because I was making so much at the time. So I prayed about it. So I ended up buying the business from him. I gave him like, I think it was like $11,000. And I took over the business.
She a hustler, bro. I like her, Miss Taffy. I like her. She a hustler. She know how to get it. She remind me of myself a lot, bro. Like, find a way out of no way. It's like that's what I be saying with entrepreneurship. It's like it's something that gotta be in you. Hustling, it gotta be in you. It can't really be like, I think I'm no. Either you got it or you don't, bro. Like it's simple as that. If you got it, you got it.
Let me remind you guys, my degree is in sociology, not business. So you got a 20-year-old.
Rule number 1, fellas. Anybody watching this? If you're going to college, university, you never get a degree in anything in ethnology. Never get it, bro. Never get a degree that ends in ology. That's rule number 1. Sociology, psychology, theology. You know what I mean? Like I said in my other video with the fashion design major, if you really trying to be like the next Virgil, you really trying to do your thing, by all means. But if it's something that you like, the major is something you like, you know what I mean? It don't got to make a lot of money. Don't do it, bro. No sociology, no nothing, bro. Don't do that.
20, I think I was like
you gonna take $30,000 for sociology?
Yeah, 2024.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do
You
that.
got a 20-year-old running a business. I didn't have no business savvy, no business knowledge. Now I have to run the entire store. And then at the time, we had Boost Mobile and Metro PCS. It was more on my plate.
If you're new to my
But
channel,
luckily,
appreciate
I had
y'all
great-
tuning
I'm
in,
saying
man. My
I'm
name's
calling
Jonathan.
Jackie.
24 years old. All things business, finance, reaction videos. You feel me? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all find some value to this. You know what I mean? Follow me on social medias up above. But let's get back to this video. You feel me? If you're returning, appreciate you as well.
There.
From
And,
business
you know,
owner,
Jackie, she was older than me.
from
She taught me
six-figure business owner
so
to
much
working a
about
9-to-5
business,
job right
just
now.
life in general.
She was getting paid. She's
And
getting
just
paid.
knowing what to do, what not to do, and just running a successful business. So while Jackie was there, you guys, I created a website called Phone Buzz. And then with Phone Buzz, I sold screens, keyboards, mouse, anything for a cell phone repair that you needed, I had it. And then all my local cell phone stores was coming to me buying the parts.
Okay.
You guys.
She was plugged in.
I was making so much money.
How much she making, bro? What the? What the? She made 200 grand gross. She made 200 grand gross, bro. Whoa. January she made roughly 40,000 in January. 7,000 in February. 14 bands in March. April 16. May 19. June 22, 43. She was getting paid, bro. She was getting paid. What? Paid? Off the phone? And mind you, she said this was like when she was in her 20s. She's probably like early 30s. So this was probably like, let's give or take 10, 12 years ago. Probably like 2010s. Probably like 2010s type vibe. 200? 200?
So and then mind you, I'm fixing the
She
phones.
was getting 200.
Still, I'm buying the phones that's broken and I'm putting them on
200 grand as a 23, 24-year-old, bro.
So I got my eBay revenue, my repair
She a hustler.
my website revenue,
Multiple streams.
and my business revenue from Metro, PCS, and Boost.
Multiple streams, bro.
Yeah. Money, it came to me freely. And I was grateful. Jackie ended up quitting one day. Luckily, my friend's brother came in. Rest in peace. I miss him. I'm about to cry. My friend.
Hey, check this out. So I stopped buying random lotto tickets and started doing this instead.
My friend brother Pete, he came to help me. I was getting overwhelmed. I was doing a lot. So by this point, I stopped fixing phones. And then Apple had sent me a letter of talking about cease and desist.
Dang!
I was selling all the Apple parts because they said I wasn't getting it from them. And copyright. It was a lot. So now all we have is me buying the phones, putting them on eBay, and my actual revenue from the actual Boost Mobile and Metro PCS at the time. It was slowing down. And then the cell phone store opened up like literally 2 blocks down from me.
That's the thing about business and entrepreneurship, bro. It's like things could be going well for months, maybe even years at a time. But when the market change, it can mess up your whole thing. That's why you always got to be able to adapt, or you got to be ahead of the trends, bro. You got to be innovative. Same with sneakers, bro. I had a great run with sneakers probably from 20... reselling. Well, I'll say reselling in general. 2014 to probably 2022. That was a great run, bro. But nothing lasts forever. It's still some money now, but it's not how it used to been. The Fed rates, the interest rates go up. Pandemic, people focused on food and survival. They're not worried about buying sneakers, bro. You got to adapt. I had to adapt my market. I had to change my business structure. I had to open new businesses, find different ways to make money. So it's like entrepreneurship is never just a straight path. It's always going up and down, bro. Always going up and down.
They opened up, and that business slowed down even more then. I didn't know if I wanted to sell my business or just get a job. So I'm like, you know what? Before I sell it, let me get a job and see if I could maintain a different balance. So I used my degree, and I got a job in child welfare, and I'm still there to this day. It's stressful, but
I'm an advocate for working 2 jobs. I say always have a side business and then work full time too. I'm an advocate for that.
You know,
multiple streams, bro. Cause that payment, that check every 2 weeks, it hit, bro. With entrepreneurship, you never know when your next check gonna come, bro. You sometimes some months be more than others, bro. There's times I made thousands in a month. Next month I made me a couple hundred, bro. You know what I mean? It can change.
I feel like, you know, it's rewarding in that way. Because I'm working my job. I'm working Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Dang, what you doing?
Right. Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's taking up all my time.
Yeah,
so it's like,
that's
oh
hard.
my goodness. And you know when you're not in your business, it's not the same. So
It's
He is
definitely
no
not.
longer working there. I have more employees, different employees there. Shout out to Jazz. She tried to hold the store afloat as long as she could. Ow! They trying to take your girl out. Oh, what stuff going on? I wasn't making any money. It was stuff going on.
Dang.
And then the pandemic hit. I said, hold on. What? They trying to take your girl out.
Dang. That's what I'm saying, bro. That pandemic messed a lot of things
I'm
up.
like, you know what? That's it. That's it. I'm about to try to sell this business because the business was no longer making any sense or sense.
Mhm.
So I'm like, let me sell it because now I'm working at my job. I don't have the time to be in there. And then when you're not in your business, it doesn't run the same. It just doesn't run the same. It was hard. It was getting hard. And I'm like, dang, do I just give it up? Like, I felt like I was giving up on my baby.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to my landlord. Mind you guys, I've been there over 10 years at this point.
Dang.
I'm like, hey, I'm about paying the rent or whatever. He like, oh, I'm going up on the rent.
This is why with the landlords, they got the power, bro. The ones with the power, bro. They can easily say, your rent going up 200. What you gonna do about it, bro?
Oh, you going up on the rent? Buddy, hold on.
That's
buddy.
crazy, bro.
You're going up on the rent. I don't want to be here no more. I told him by October 15th, you know, I'm gonna be out of here. It's October 6th.
He said, I don't care. He said, I need my money on. He said, I need my money on.
Woo! So yes. So I told him, hey, by October 15th, I'm gonna be out of here.
So what you doing now?
Without investment,
That's crazy,
life-changing
bro.
medical breakthroughs slow down. Cities, banking, markets, and services businesses deliver global financial solutions.
Hey, if y'all tapped in with me still, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We back into the next topic real soon. Wrap this video up real quick. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit
Top
them post
25
notifications for me. That joint was a little
I'm a
trappy.
very smart woman, so I know I'll come back with something even better. Someone
That's the
YouTube, I see a
mindset.
reseller going to yard sales and selling their stuff.
Reselling.
And I'm like, bro.
She a hustler. She gonna
Yo,
definitely find some other
I can do
ways.
that? Yeah. And I haven't looked back since.
She on a reselling kit.
I'm still working my job.
I'm gonna wrap this up. Hey, shout out Miss Taffy though. This is an inspiring story, bro. Inspiring story. That's a true hustler. A true hustler. Making 200 grand a year, to closing the business, to working a 9 to 5, to starting something else. She remind me of myself, bro. Let's go ahead and get into this next topic, man. If you new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. YouTube channel about business, finance, and just reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. I definitely like talking about the money on and relevant topics, you know what I mean? If you return it, make sure you like, subscribe. Appreciate you coming back, show love. Hit that like button. If you found one piece of this content entertaining, educational, whatever you might have, just hit the like button for me. Greatly appreciate it. All my information is above right here. Instagram, TikTok, follow me. Let's get topic, NYC migrant crisis. It's citywide. Let's get into this because these immigrants going crazy, bro.
Important topic this election cycle.
Immigrants
Immigration
going
will
crazy.
be an important topic this election cycle, but it's a bit different here in New York than how the national political campaigns frame it. Look, here, most people want comprehensive immigration reform. Most people support the use of federal lands for temporary migrant centers. But about 30% of New Yorkers also are concerned about what those migrant centers do to communities, like in Clinton Hill. So that's our issue on this episode of Your Voice Matters.
Shout out to Creator 13. Immigration has been going crazy.
So, Femi, immigration is kind of part of the DNA of New York. We've literally got the Statue of Liberty telling people, give me your tires, your poor huddle masses, right? So how has immigration become kind of almost a different topic for this election cycle?
What's really interesting about New York is 37% of all New Yorkers are immigrants, and that doesn't even include first-generation kids. So when we talk about immigration in the city, unlike other places around the country, we're not talking about, this abstract idea. We're talking about things that like we all live and we all experience this. We see this in like Little Italy, Chinatown, Koreatown, all of our neighborhoods. So immigration is undeniably a part of just the fabric of New York City.
There is a tendency sometimes when we talk about a big idea like this to make it kind of nameless, faceless people. How did you tackle this story?
Yeah, so in order to avoid that, because that is undeniably my pet peeve, I started in Corona, Queens with a basketball team named the Raccoons. We met them during a story that Epicenter NYC covered. It was started by David Valencia and his partner, Lorena Valero. And what's so interesting about this team is the team is made up of primarily immigrants and migrant kids, some who speak English, some who speak Spanish, some who speak both.
Lo mismo los niños que han llegado, por ejemplo, de Venezuela, de Ecuador, y como encontrar acá amigos que hablan inglés y español, también les ha ayudado como a querer más el deporte.
And so this basketball team is able to not only help kids learn English, but it also helps them find belonging, especially when they find themselves in a new city, and a city that sometimes, you know, can appear hostile based off of just some of the reporting that we've seen over the past few years.
Why did you want to join the team?
Because I wanted to play basketball for fun and to make friends.
But I have my coaches and my friends that they support me.
Do you like playing on a team where everybody speaks English and...
Kids might think immigration is the #1 topic, right? You see campaign ads, you see all the national kind of chatter about this, but why is it so important in neighborhoods in New York City?
Yeah, so you take a neighborhood like Clinton Hill in Brooklyn. In Clinton Hill, 2 migrant shelters opened up, and when they are at capacity, it has enough beds for just over 4,000 men. And so you think about the small neighborhood of Clinton Hill.
What these comments talking about? Let's see what they're talking about. The black lady in the beginning of the interview should be fighting for the right of the American homeless. The shelters Americans stay in here are 20 times worth. And now I be hearing that, bro. Like I be hearing New York City be giving, in Chicago, they be giving these immigrants luxury hotels, bread. It would be one thing if today's migrants settled in their own little community like Chinatown or Little Italy, but it's not that case. Spanish is everywhere. People have taken over, and the average American feels sidelined. No, I understand that. I'm so tired of people acting like immigrants are coming over here in a false state of humility while ignoring the racist belief and behavior of the brand. Using over 150 hotels is a real game changer. That's what I'm saying. I will overpopulate and are with non-speaking immigrants. Where does this benefit American? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. NYC. Nah, really though, like, hold up. Excuse my spelling, y'all. I'm a C student. What the? What the world? Hold up, bro. Y'all see this, bro? $4.7 billion annually? Bruh. $4.7 billion annually? That's crazy. Why are they spending $4.7 billion on the migrants? That's crazy. I know NYC is sick. I know New Yorkers are sick, bro. I'm not even gonna get into all that. It's a lot right now. Dang. That's crazy, bro. I feel like in NYCers though ain't really rocking with it. Immigration not only a part of every city in the U.S. Not just the guest is plain uninformed if she believes that immigration is only represented in New York City. Immigration, especially illegal immigration, only affects 15 states at most, only a few cities. That's they spend.
And that is a high volume of people that were placed in the neighborhood without a lot of resources.
That's crazy.
According to
That's
a
crazy.
lot of the community members that live there.
It goes from one end of the block to the other. It goes to Flushing.
So that whole...
From Rising to Hall, from Hall Park Avenue to Flushing.
Yukiko Marshall, she's a construction worker, and she really explains how having these shelters in Clinton Hill have really impacted just the community vibe and their way of life.
What's your favorite memory when you were a kid being raised here? What was your favorite memory?
Just the neighborhood. Like the neighborhood was neighborhoodish. All the families got along. We had big block parties here. Like, you know, got in trouble, someone knew about it.
Yukiko's family has been there for over 60 years. They were the first Black family when they moved on the block, and so Yukiko grew up there.
I spoke to a couple of different people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro.
They
I'm not
all
gonna
tell
hold
me
you.
that it went from a lot of the elderly folks
And
spending
it's
their
kind of
summers,
boring.
for example,
I'm not
outside
gonna
on
lie.
the
These don't
stoops,
kind of
and
boring.
now
And it seems as though the comments say different and people ain't really for this immigration. Like, New York is spending billions of dollars on this. Like, that's crazy. Me personally, I'm pro-American. I want to see Americans thriving. I want that money to be going to Americans. I understand things are tough in a lot of different other places, but I'm pro-America, and you feel me? It's just, they spend a lot of money. A lot of our taxpayer dollars, bro. Our taxpayer dollars. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, I wasn't really feeling this video. But look, if you're new here to the stream, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for me. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old, and today we're going to be getting, or right now we're about to get into what's next for the redevelopment in PG County. So if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, my name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. Business, finance, reaction videos, content, things like that. If you're returning, appreciate you. Hit those post notifications. Let's get to it.
Coming to Prince George's County after the Maryland board approves hundreds of millions for the Blue Line Corridor project. Now, this news comes as other venues in Prince George's County are closing. Randy Ayala is getting some answers from county leaders about what's next, and also, Randy, what residents want to see. What do the Marylanders want to see?
Yeah,
good morning.
That's good morning to you, Andy. That's a big part of this, right? So this project is coming to an area that some say has been forgotten about, but I also asked county leaders about surrounding areas like Bowie, Maryland, where some businesses are now leaving.
Dang.
They're meant to be catalysts for economic growth in an area of the county that really hasn't seen a lot of that.
$400 million in bonds now approved to kickstart development along Metro's Blue Line in Prince George's County.
Yes, sir.
The Blue Line Corridor project includes plans for an amphitheater complex, sports facility.
Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? BSU? BSU? Hey, boy! Nah, for real though. Nah, they trying to make Largo like the downtown of Prince George's County, bro. They trying to make Largo the downtown of Prince George's County.
Civic Plaza and a library.
So that's gonna be fire.
Reconstructing
You know, I'm a property owner here in Prince George's County now, so I need to see some development going on, baby. I need my property to go up in value, you feel me? I'm a taxpaying citizen. I pay my taxes, my property taxes. I pay them, Jones.
For us, home, you know, people can live. In this area, we need another grocery store.
Just down the road.
Nah. Y'all, like, it's PG been getting expensive. Like, you're not getting a townhouse less than 350K out here. New developments, 500 easy for little cookie cutter, little box houses type vibe. You want something out Bowie, newer, them new jumps they're building off 301. I think they starting at like 700. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Near Bowie Town Center, the only theater in Bowie.
I think they're making that theater a church now.
What will replace it? And could this potentially be an extension of the development planned in the Capitol Heights area?
With the state money, we don't have any plans to build a movie theater. But the whole point of the things that we are going to build is for those things.
Thank you, bro.
To
Josiah, appreciate
the
you, bro.
private market to develop everything else around it.
Bottom line,
Appreciate you, my
county
boy.
executive and her team want to keep Prince Georgians spending their money where they live and enticing new customers.
So the same way that you're now going to other places in the region for a night out, we also want the region to come to Prince George's for a night out.
Ms. Rogers tells me an announcement about specific sites and locations for this project is coming soon. She would not give me an exact date on that. In studio, I'm Randy Ayala, WUSA 9.
Why are you not investing?
Dang. I'm excited to see what comes to PG County, honestly. They got a lot of good things. The blue line, the purple line, a lot of reconstruction. I see they're doing a lot of the roads over here too as well. So I'm definitely excited to see what's to come. I'm a big advocate for Prince George's County. I love it. I love my county. Definitely want to give back and all that good stuff. It's where I grew up. It's what made me. You feel me? But next, let's get into First of all, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old, and also I create content on business, finance, and reaction videos. Overall, make sure you tap into my content. If you're returning, appreciate the love. Keep supporting, bro. Let's get into the next one. Man who entered the U.S. illegally, arrested for murder in PG County. What's that? I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't even been hearing of like immigrants and stuff
First at
out
6,
here.
it has
But we gonna
happened
see.
again. A murder allegedly committed by a man in the country illegally. Good evening, I'm Michelle Marsh. Officials say he was arrested multiple times and was wanted by immigration authorities, and yet remained free until being charged with an execution-style murder in our area. 7 News Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell has the story.
Prince George's County Police announced the arrest of William Pavon Mancock last week. He's charged with first-degree murder and a host of related crimes.
Is that green hair? Why you got green hair?
For a brutal act of violence. According to court charging documents, the murder happened here in this now seemingly abandoned homeless encampment just off of New Hampshire Avenue. A witness telling police that the MS-13 gang member known to them as Contrachito got in an argument with another person here, pulled out an Uzi machine gun.
Where are they getting these Uzi? Where are you getting a Uzi from?
Shot the man in the chest and then shot him again and again and again as he lay on the ground. Detectives heard from more tipsters, all saying that Contrachito was Pavon Mancock. Now, 7 News has learned that
where they get a door?
The Honduran.
Oh, they got that joint trapped out. Why? That boy, they put that joint together, bro. They put that joint together with the door, the entranceway.
Entered the U.S. illegally and has remained despite several arrests. According to an Immigrations and Customs Enforcement spokesperson, Pavon Mancock was caught by the U.S. Border Patrol after illegally entering the U.S. at the Mexican border in 2017.
What?
He was then released by ICE into the U.S. May 10th, 2017. He was arrested for a stolen car in Montgomery County.
You see, and this is what's wrong with the justice system, bro. This is what's wrong, bro. I ain't justice system, like just the organization, bro. Like, why was he arrested multiple times and not deported? Why y'all let him back on the streets? This is the problem here. Like,
October 2023, an ICE detainer was not honored by the county, and then in November 2023, he was arrested on a drug charge.
Again?
Arundel County. After a couple months in jail, he was released.
And Arundel, that's good. That's one of the richest. And Montgomery. Oh, he over in the rich areas. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Montgomery County and Arundel County. What else?
Free until his arrest for the murder in Prince George's County, October.
What? They petty for this, bro. They arrested him in Montgomery and Arundel County. Those are 2 top wealthiest counties in Maryland, bro. Top 10, top 5 wealthiest counties, bro. And they let him back on the streets, and then he want to come and kill somebody in my county. Why you gotta come here? Keep that over there.
The detainer has now been filed.
One of the major frustrations for me is...
What's the comments talking about? Exactly. How is an illegal immigrant get released multiple times? Oh, they talking about... That's crazy. So why wasn't he deported when he was first caught by ICE? They said ask Joe Biden and Kamala. He had not committed a crime in the country, so no reason to deport him. Immigrants go on to leave peace in the U.S. without committing a felony. I am baffled by this stupidity. Like, come on, bro. And now taxpayers got to pay to house him in prison. Yeah. That's crazy. It don't put us in here, bruh. Why they come to Montgomery to Anne Arundel County and then he want to come to PG, bruh? Come on. They said it was their plan. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, where homie get a Uzi, bro? Where he get a Uzi? They're crazy, bro.
When these executives are releasing egregious offenders back into the communities.
That was ICE Baltimore Field Office Director Darius Reeves last
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
About cases like
if y'all new here, we covering immigration right now in Prince George's County. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. All things business, finance, and reaction videos. You know what I mean? If you're returning, appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. I see one person been here for like good 30 minutes now. I don't know who that is, but appreciate you, Brody. We're gonna keep rocking out.
And after I accompanied ICE agents on raids aimed at arresting people, ordered deported.
Make sure y'all leave a comment though too. Hit me in the live chat too. Let me know y'all opinion on this. Y'all want me to cover anything? Let's get it.
Mark Elrich soon after agreeing to honor ICE detainer requests when serious crimes are involved.
It's a pretty good list of things that we will deport for.
Like 2 hours on this
and
time, bro.
we will cooperate.
Tonight, Pavon Mancock remains held without bond in the Prince George's County Detention Center, with ICE watching his case closely. In Silver Spring, Brett.
That's crazy, bro. I'm still baffled. He was in Montgomery to Arundel. They still ain't deport him, lock him up, nothing. And then he eventually ended up killing somebody in Prince George's County. Like, they could have been handled this a long, long time ago, bro. Long, long time ago. And that was, yeah, that's crazy. What's next on the list? This probably be the last one for the night, for real, for real. If y'all want me to keep me going, let me know in the chat. But, yes, sir. What's up with y'all? My name is Jonathan, 24 years old. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, cover all things business, finance, and it's reaction videos to a wide range of topics. If you returning, appreciate the love. Make sure y'all follow me on the social media up above, JRush23X. Make sure you hit that like button. If you find this content useful, entertaining, anything, bro, you laugh a little bit, you smile, just like it, subscribe for me. It don't cost you nothing. But let's get into this. Why my net worth is $4 million, but I choose to live in a car.
I'm just waiting for my car to get done charging. I like to.
I don't know about that though. You wear 4Ms, you live in a car? I think cap. I smell cap.
So that it's less musty.
I smell
dusty.
cap.
So once a day, ideally, I like to try to air out my car, and then I mooch off of a free EV charging station. You can just find them. They're all over the place. But this is something you can do when you're homeless and you live in your car, and your car is an EV, right? So take notes, because you're not going to do this if you're not homeless, right? Like, even though there are free EV charging stations,
shout out,
you're not going to try to
Lit Nomad. Lit Nomad. Shout out him. Shout out to the content creator.
At this hotel. And what are you gonna do? Take an Uber back home? Like, are you really gonna just sit here for 3 or 4 hours? I'm willing to do that because I'm homeless. Like, this is my home, so this makes sense.
He's saying that like he proud.
Right.
I mean,
so anyways,
if it worked for you, if you like it, Brody, I love it. If you like it, I love
it. I'm worth $4 million, so why do I live in my car? Good question. I'm living on a fixed budget. I retired early, and not to say I'm gonna stay retired early forever. I probably won't. I'm basically in a short early retirement phase, and I think I'm going to just slow travel the world for about 2-3 years.
That's cool.
And then either during that slow travel or after, I'll probably start a startup or join an early stage startup.
How old is he?
Because
he look like he a good.
I feel like the risk profile of startups, it makes sense for me. I don't
mid-30s. He like a good mid-30s.
If I'm going to work,
mid-30s.
I would want the potential to be explosive.
Good mid-30s.
So I like the risk profile of 95% failure rate, 5% chance of becoming worth 8 figures. That's a risk profile that makes sense for me because I don't need the money. And when you're worth $4 million, it doesn't make sense to just work and grind a corporate job so that you're worth $5 million a few years later and $6 million a few years after that. That simply doesn't make sense. And I go into this in previous video, my first video on the channel, but your happiness level plateaus, not just with your income, but with your net worth. It follows a similar concept, right? So if you're worth $4 million.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brody, for tuning in.
Being worth $5 million, it doesn't change your quality of life at all. You're still gonna go on the same vacations. You're still gonna, eat at the fancy Michelin star restaurant every now and then. And it's
I don't know if I can live in. I don't know if I can live in my car though.
It's just a matter of like what
I
percentage.
kind of want to
of
see
net
it
worth
set up.
spending.
Like,
You know,
you feel me? Like, what is it set up?
1%, it's 1.3%. It doesn't matter.
Let me know if I should start streaming Tuesdays, cause I usually have to stream like weekends, cause I be working a lot throughout the week. So let me know if I should start live streaming Tuesdays like around 6, cause I might start doing that in a weekly schedule. Just testing some things.
Why would you work a miserable job with a dickhead boss? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to.
Yeah, he just kind of. I kind of want to see the car.
Or
get some
in
money.
that spot. Yeah, so I'm basically working with a fixed budget of $50,000 to $80,000 a year. When I withdraw 1 to 1.2% of my net worth annually.
So he's living off his net worth. Okay.
And that
usually most people do like 4%. He doing 1.2, so he's definitely being a little
that
more
should not
conservative.
only guarantee that I never run out of money, but because it's way safer than 4% withdrawal rate that the fire people tend to do. But it should also, in fact, grow my net worth over time because the stock market averages 8 to 10% annually. And even if you back out 3% for inflation,
1.2%? I might
I'm
consider that, bro.
1.1,
I might consider that.
1.5%. So basically, my net worth should continue to grow over time. But the reason I'm keeping my base level withdrawal kind of low is because I want to stay below the $47,050 and pay 0% taxes on my investments.
Okay.
And
Okay, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying.
Government any money if I don't need to. Other people will just go over that a little bit and spend pay a few thousand in taxes every year.
So he has a strategy he's trying to do. Like, it seems like he's very calculated, very smart guy, and he really planned this out. You know, not really what I was expecting. But at the same time, though, he's worth $4 million, so he has to be a smart guy to accumulate that much wealth. So he definitely sounds like he has everything calculated in him. 1% from his portfolio. He lives in his car, so his housing expenses is low. Free charging. He sounds like man. He's one of those minimalist too.
But again, circling back, so I'm working with a budget of $50,000 to $80,000. So how do I have the most enriching life experiences on that fixed budget? I go into this in my first video.
Appreciate you.
But
you
don't do it by just living within
Appreciate
the
you,
budget
buddy.
of a
Tuning in.
person who makes that much. That's literally the worst way to do it. That's a very boring life. And there's no point in living a boring life.
I'm sorry if I say your name right. I'm sorry.
Do it by following a concept that I call bursty spending, which is the intermittent fasting of spending money. So
I try that. It don't always work out for me.
You live on a very low budget so that your base level satisfaction recalibrates to that budget. And then you, in short bursts, you suddenly spend a lot. And you do this with everything, right? So I live in my car so that my base level expectation for housing is rock bottom.
Yep.
And then one weekend a month, I rent out a baller ass Airbnb.
Okay.
So that I can really ride that wave of happiness and unlock new experiences.
Hey, what works for him works for him.
From, being in poverty to being in opulent, lavish wealth. And, it's kind of like Count of Monte Cristo type shit. But I do that with lodging, with the housing. That's why I live in my car. And I do that with food. So I'll drink like Soylent every day. And then like 1 day a month or 2 days a month, I'll eat at like a $400 Michelin star meal. And it's sort of like it's like an experience that a normal rich person can't unlock because they eat well already. So the delta of happiness from
That's true.
From eating well.
That's true. Bro said you could live in an RV for the price that he paid for that car. Nah, really though. Like, I understand like electricity. I mean, they're still building the infrastructure for EVs and electrical vehicles, but like you said, average Tesla gonna be like 30,000-40,000. He could have got a sweet RV. Bed, flat screen TV. I wonder why he ain't do that.
eating Michelin star well
Definitely
is
could have.
smaller than the delta of happiness.
And it's
of
gas.
drinking soy
Electric.
milk.
Traveling around the world in a Tesla, like, it's cool, it's efficient, but like the electric infrastructure in the US isn't where it needs to be. And I'm not trying to have, battery fears. I'm driving and it's not gonna cut off on me, bro.
3 weeks, and then eating the best.
What do they call it? They call it range anxiety. Range
meal
anxiety. Your RV had solar panels.
that
It was gas too, gas and solar panels on
the
there.
most celebrated celebrity chef has created. That's a delta that the most privileged people in the world, that's an experience that they can't say they had, but you can have. And that's kind of the concept of bursty spending. And that's a philosophy that I live by. And I derived all this mathematically if you want to watch the first video. So yeah, this idea, right, I apply it to housing, to food. People already.
I gotta figure out a way how I can I'm on live right now, so people restreaming this. That is why I'm talking to the chat right now. So the chat, they rocking with me, getting some conversation. But I gotta figure out how I can bring comments up on the screen. I'm gonna learn that and see how I can do that in the next video.
But I suppose whether you think this makes sense to you, you have to ask yourself, if you could, if the devil were to offer you a deal where you could.
Where we get the devil from? What? Where we get to
live
this?
like a king for the first 20 years of your life, and then after that you live like an absolute, like you're in prison.
No, I'm good.
Like a slave for the next 20 years. Would you take it?
No, that's a bad deal.
And I would say yes to that every time. And
what?
Yes is actually the correct answer mathematically. It's because
for the first 20 years,
you will always have those memories. You've unlocked memories that other people can never have. And these are the sort of things that say Bernie Madoff would answer mathematically. It's because slave for the next 20 years, would you take it? And I would say yes to that every time.
what is he talking about, bro? What is he talking about? Live like a slave?
Yes is actually the correct answer mathematically. It's because
That's dead.
You will always have those memories.
See, he don't
He
don't understand what slavery really is, because he ain't experienced it. I ain't experienced it either, but I'm black, so I've seen enough film and read enough books in school to know that slavery wasn't a good time. So why is he
memories that other people can never have?
Memories don't even make up for that, bro.
And these are the sort of things that say
That's
Bernie
crazy.
Madoff
That's
or
crazy.
that Catch Me If You Can guy. Scammers, people who start some kind of Ponzi scheme and then they know the Ponzi scheme's gonna implode on them at some point in the future, but they still do it. I think these are things that they considered, and they just made the calculated decision that this is worth it to them. And I say they're smart for doing it. Just want to be clear, I'm not saying to be unethical. I would never start a Ponzi scheme. That's really scumbag behavior. I'm saying hypothetically, if you could be in a situation where, for one reason or another, you could live like a king for 20 years and then you have to live like a slave for 20 years, is it worth it? The answer is it is worth it. So I sort of live my life that way. And the devil never made any deal with me, but
Yeah, I don't know about that. He kind of going down a little rabbit hole right here. But shout out Lit Nomad. Worth 4 M's. Seem like he got it planned out. You know what I mean? Seem like he got the numbers down pat. He know what he need to spend. He got it something that work for his lifestyle. Me personally, no. Like Brody said in the chat, I gotta see what that is. Darknet Diaries. I'll look that up. But like Brody said in the chat, he said he could have got an RV for this amount of money. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, I don't know about that. But shout out him, Lit Nomad. You feel me? Let's see one more video I want to get into that I got in the cook up real quick. Cook up real quick. I want to talk about the bread. That's 30 minutes. Let's go with Brody right here about the 401k millionaires. We're gonna do this to wrap this up. You feel me? What's up with y'all, man? My name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. please, if you found this any type of entertaining, you can follow me on social media. I just posted up above JRush23X on social media, mainly active on Instagram. If you're returning, appreciate you for still tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, leave something. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about these videos, and let's get into it. This next topic is 401k millionaires rising, hits new record, eliminating debt, and investing leads to wealth. Now, Frank Talks Money. I've been subscribed to him for a minute. I like Brody. He cool, and he definitely be talking game. Good OG.
From Fidelity. Ethan, how's my favorite client?
Great. I started using Schwab.
Let's see what he's talking about.
From Fidelity Investment shows that a record 497,000 people are now millionaires from their 401ks. Let's dive into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Frank Talks Money. Real quick guys, I just need one favor. Remember to smash that like button. As we all know, the more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's dive into the content, guys. Guys, a renewed report from Fidelity Investment.
That looks scary.
A record 497,000 people have become millionaires through their work-sponsored 401ks for the third quarter of 2024. That's a 2.5% increase from last quarter. That number also shows the record number of IRA millionaires also went up by 6% for the third quarter of 2024. So guys, how is this happening? How are 401k accounts, savings accounts growing when the economy feels like it's uncertain? I'm going to tell you how. Long-term power investing.
Keep investing.
The power of long-term investing. That's how, guys. A key reason for this growth is consistency, guys.
Really, just dollar cost averaging, man. Dollar cost averaging. That's what I've been doing. Investing since about 2020 when I was 20 years old, currently 24. And I just started little by little with it. That's my Roth IRA. I started that. $25 a month, $50 a month, you know, throwing a couple hundred every time I could. 4 years later, 5 years later, it's done compounded. And I've been buying stocks consistently since about 2022. Every week, every Monday and Friday, I buy stocks that I like. And now I see it compounding and it averages out. So you buy at the high, you buy at the low, you buy in the medium, bro. But over a long time period, compounding crazy.
401k millionaires have been investing regularly for years. Sometimes even a couple decades. Take Gen X, for example. That's me. Those who have been putting money away into their retirement plans for 10 to 15 years or more now have an average balance of over $500,000. They see the rewards of sticking to their savings plans and just consistently investing and letting their money grow for years and years and years. The overall rate at which most people save for retirement is at an all-time high. Companies and employees are contributing on average together about 15% total into their 401ks. This indicates that despite their daily financial difficulties, more people are contributing money to their retirement accounts than ever before. This trend isn't just limited to 401k accounts, guys. Also, Gen X, often called the 401k generation, my generation again, because we entered the workforce just as these plans were becoming popular, also has increased IRA contributions by 30% over the past year. While retirement accounts are...
And a lot of people just missing out on free money, man. Like, a lot of these jobs will sponsor, well, not sponsor, but will give you a match, bro. Like, that's free money. That's free money, bro. Like, they give you a match. Personally, I've seen you put like 8% in, they give you 3%. So, on just give you an example, if you put like 275 in, they give you like 200 a month. That's $475 a month you put into your 401k. over a long period of time, years and years, bro.
Growing.
We can do the
it's easy to see
compound
why
calculator,
people
bro.
are still feeling anxious about the economy. Although inflation is lower than its peak in 2022, it is still causing a rise in prices of goods and services. Guys, the bottom line is 401ks are a way to grow wealth.
It is.
Taking advantage of a 401k can help you.
Appreciate y'all tuning in with me. If you still rocking with me, make sure I hit that like button below for me. And my name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. All things business, finance, you feel me, reaction videos. Let me know what y'all want me to watch. I'm gonna put these in the queue and load them up. You feel me? But let's go to this video. 401k millionaires rising. 401ks, a simple, effective way to ensure that you will be a millionaire by 65 by retirement, bro. Like, and sorry if I'm looking that way. I was looking at the chat, so you know I'm live streaming right now. So I'm just looking at the chat, seeing what the temperature is, what the vibes is. But 20, 30, 40 years consistently investing, you're guaranteed to be a millionaire.
Grow wealth by consistently contributing to your accounts. Guys, I am a Gen Xer. Most Gen Xers, guys, from my research, are broke. Most of us. Because we don't save and we don't invest our money. Guys, if you're still here, remember to hit that like button for me, guys. Remember, show me some love, guys. Please hit that like button. Guys, a lot of us in the Gen X, we don't save, we don't invest, we live paycheck to paycheck. But these
Gen X?
hit that like. Remember to hit that, guys, to your accounts. Guys, I am a Gen Xer. Most
Oh no, he's been. I'm thinking millennials.
These
My mom
numbers
is
don't
Gen
lie.
X, so he probably not
People
Gen X.
are building wealth through 401ks and IRAs. And if you don't know what an IRA is, it's an independent retirement account that you can open.
So I was just telling you, it's a tax advantage retirement account, bro. You can put up to about $7,000 in, I believe, a year, and it's all post-tax money. But when you withdraw the money from your account at 69.5, I believe, 65, 69, all the gains, everything is tax-free. You can take it out.
Through a brokerage house like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, Fidelity. Guys, I've been in my 401k, my company's 401k, just under 10 years. And I have amassed right at $500,000 in my 401k.
Yes, sir. Congrats, Brody. Congrats.
Guys,
Congrats, OG.
From nothing. Started from zero back in 2014. And I have busted my ass getting out of debt, saving and investing into my 401k. But the reason I've been able to do that, guys, is because I eliminated consumer debt. Yes, I have a mortgage, but I don't have credit card payments. I don't have personal loans.
That's good.
I don't have car payments. I am in control of my money. I can take my money and keep it and put my money into assets, what we call paper assets in the stock market, and grow my wealth.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check the sign.
That's what I was saying earlier. My earlier topic I was talking, just car payments. Car payments are crazy right now, bro. Average car payment is about $600 a month. Me, I drive an old 05 beater jump, paid off, low insurance. Now, what I do with that money, that $500 that I will be spending on whatever, Lord knows, I invest it. Pound that jump. Cook up. Now, my plan is a couple years from now, I plan on hopefully getting some cash, something nice I like. Big body Benz, GLC, 43 AMG, GLE AMG, something like that, you feel me? But yeah, that's the plan.
Guys, my money has that $500,000 that I have sitting in my 401k, that has at least another 10, 15 years to grow before I think I would even need to touch it. I'm right at 10 years right now in my company's 401k, but that money has another 10, 15 years to go before I even need to touch it.
You're gonna be up.
Can you imagine the growth on $500,000 on where it's gonna be in the next 10 to 15 years, guys? Because I am a long term investor. I am in this game for the long term. I am in it for the endurance. And I also have a brokerage account that I've been invested in for the last 13 years. Guys, in order to grow wealth, you have to eliminate debt. You have to live on a plan, set goals, and take massive action. Living with debt is just going to keep you broke and living paycheck to paycheck. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor. All I'm doing is sharing what
I'm not a financial advisor either. So
in my personal life. You have to decide what you want to do in your financial life. But I can tell you.
I appreciate OG though. Appreciate Unc. This is a good game. Like I said, shout out him. Frank Talks Money. I like his content. He always keep me motivated and stay on track. Let's see what these comments talking about real quick. Those 401k deductions over the years were not just sitting there. They were building compound interest. Others are not to say you got to invest. Thanks, Frank. Robert in New York City. Thank you for doing the Lord's work. Yes, sir. It's a lot of love out here, bro. It's a lot of love out here. You feel me? Just put it up and just don't look back at it. Just put it up. Don't look back at it. But shout out Frank. I think everyone should contribute to their 401k, especially if you get that match. You're missing out on good games, bro. Good games. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Appreciate the love. Let's get to it. Alrighty. Next, let's look at let's see what you're talking about, Brody. He said Darknet Diaries. I hope this ain't. It sounds scary, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Hold up. What is this one talking about? What is Darknet Diaries? This hacker made 160K out of federal prison. Dang, a day? These things an hour long though, bro. They got reels I can watch, shorts I can watch. These things an hour. I can't do an hour. I might have to do that on the next stream, but let me watch some short stuff. Okay, bet. What's up with y'all, man? Jonathan, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button, and make sure you follow me on social medias. I'm about to put the call right now. JRush23X, appreciate you. 24 years old. I talk all things business, finance. I like talking about money, but also just other random interesting topics, reaction videos, things like that. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you for tuning in. I had somebody in the chat. I'm currently on live stream right now. He asked me to react to Darknet Diaries. So I'm gonna see what he's talking about. These joints, y'all looking a little scary, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, but you know we love chat. Chat lives matter. I support him. I appreciate him for staying here and rocking with me right now. So we gonna.
This guy was going around scamming people in the early 1900s, and there was one scam he did where he got $32,000 in Liberty bonds together and went into a bank to trade them in, and the bank offered him $10,000 in cash and some farmland, and he took that deal and signed all the paperwork. But just as he was about to leave, he did some sleight of hand and switched the envelopes and walked out with the cash and the farmland and the Liberty bonds that he walked in with. The bank did not like this and called the cops on him, who caught him in Kansas City. But he convinced them that if they pressed charges, then the story would get out and it would be terrible
for the reputation.
For the bank. Customers wouldn't want to use a bank that's this careless with the deals they make. He was so good at convincing them of this, the bank dropped the charges and gave him $1,000 to not tell anyone and keep the story quiet. This guy's going around scamming people. Something terrible is lurking in the network at Google. Hackers had found a way into the network. Here's how the hackers got in. First, they would pick their target, an employee of a company they want to attack. Then they would send a phishing email to the target. The hackers spoofed an email to...
Nah, they definitely phishing. They be doing that, bro.
Make it look like it came from that coworker. It made it look like an...
And they make it look so real. Like, they really make it look real. Like, the person that sent it actually sent it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a victim. I done clicked on some stuff I thought was real, but that joint was fake.
Important email wanted them to click a link. These emails were so well crafted that it would be very hard for even a seasoned security expert to detect. So the victims click the link, which takes them to a website.
This is why the cybersecurity industry is so big right now, bruh. Cause People be real life hacking.
Malware on it. When the victim visited the malicious website, it executed some commands on the victim's computer. The commands that were sent to the victim's computer downloaded a program and ran it. The program that was downloaded and ran was a Trojan, and it was a brand new, freshly made Trojan. This Trojan opened up a tunnel back to the hackers so they can control the victim's computer. And it was designed to look like regular web traffic. All this would happen within seconds of someone clicking a link. Something terrible.
Every Android phone in existence is a war-driving machine for Google that's grabbing all this information. Google was actually doing something really clever with their information. Not only were they collecting where everyone was at all times via Android devices, but that's also how they collect traffic. So that's how you know whether a street is green, yellow, or red, and whether there's traffic or not, by creating an app that was just like Google Maps, and you'd start from point A and you say, I'm at this location and I want to drive to wherever, and it would give you turn-by-turn directions. But on those turn-by-turn directions of my route, it would simultaneously pretend to be thousands and thousands of other Android devices, and all those fake devices would send up information to Google saying, hey, I'm one of these Android devices and I'm moving 0 miles per hour. So all of a sudden my route, the route that my app gave me, would turn red and black for everyone else, and they would get
That's
there.
crazy.
The Revitin ransomware is sometimes known as the police virus. Nintendo released the Switch. Of course, the modder community immediately began breaking it open and trying to find a way to mod it, and someone discovered that you could glitch it by taking the right Joy-Con off and bridging the 2 points with a paperclip. And from here, you could then get it to boot into recovery mode and have access to diagnostic tools. The modder community took that and figured out how to get the Switch to boot to their own operating system, which basically made it so that you could play any pirated game on the Switch. When Maximilian saw what the modder community had done, he jumped on it. His developer got to work building 2 physical devices, one that would slide into the Joy-Con port and trigger the glitch, while the other would go into the USB drive to have the system boot into a custom firmware. People who had no experience modding systems could easily get this working, and were giving it great reviews.
Wow, bro, that's crazy. A lot of people are smart out here, bro. And it's crazy because a lot of people be stealing cars, just like they realize having a device where they can get the code and just start up the car like easily. You feel me? Like it's happening so much out here where I live, bro. Like people getting their car stolen from a device software hack. What are they talking about in the comments? Hackers releases for instead of releases lawyers. I bought the thing, I modded. Interesting.
Aldrich Ames was a CIA officer. As part of his work, he learned about the activity of CIA spies in Russia. At first, he was just trying to con Russian intelligence out of some cash. He contacted the Soviet embassy and offered them information that I think he thought was worthless. He asked for $50,000, and they paid up. Soon enough, Aldrich started giving up more details in exchange for cash. He started giving the names of the CIA spies that were assigned to the
You know what that mean.
Soviet bloc.
That boy about to accidentally fall off a bridge.
Spies he named were starting to disappear. Russia was capturing and killing the CIA agents that Aldrich Ames was giving them information on. While the CIA and FBI were investigating the deaths of the CIA agents in Russia, they started looking into Aldrich and found enough evidence to arrest him. He was found guilty. Currently is serving the rest of his life in prison. Aldrich Love int. This is a term used for when intelligence officials use their spying.
Shout out y'all joining if y'all still here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Jonathan, 24 years old. We doing reaction videos, all things business, finance, money. We reacting to Darknet Diaries right now. Some of the subscribers said to react to it. So I'm just seeing what they're talking about. It's some interesting content, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of different things, hacking, CIA stuff, so we just reacting, bro.
To spy on love interests. There's been
leave a comment with anything else y'all want me to react to.
People in the NSA have used their access to the national surveillance infrastructure to check if a spouse is cheating or to keep a closer eye on someone they're interested in. ADT, for example, is a security company that allows you to put cameras inside your home to keep watch over your safety. But guess what? There was an ADT employee who was caught abusing his access and was spying on women, taking screenshots of them and stuff. One cop was...
The ADT company? That's
are
crazy.
looking for dates on Tinder. But the thing that he was doing was he was looking up his matches in this police database.
Oh.
Another cop was using the database to stalk some woman he was into, and another cop, he tried to see if he could use the tool to find nude photos of women on it. So this is case after case of how your nude photos could be leaked without you doing anything.
No, thanks, bro. Yet they argue it's only safe in their hands. If a message can be logged and leaked, it will be logged and leaked. Never too late to dog and Christian. I was an information security analyst for a major hospital in California, and we had plenty of people do similar, looking up their spouses or boyfriends' electronic health records. That's just illegal, but
Phishing scams. Subboard. The covert communications.
nah, that's wild. This wild, bro.
Uses
This
fast
wild.
The CIA agents need to speak with their assets in Iran, but it has to be very secretive. So what do? A super secret website that looks like one thing, but is actually a CIA-backed channel. This way it looks like you're just on a yoga website chatting with your yoga teacher, and it looks totally normal if somebody were to walk in on you. And you can quickly close the page when you're done.
If you log into the site at a very specific time and click on a very specific pixel, for instance, all of a sudden it can open up a backdoor that allows for certain kinds of communication.
But the problem was, it wasn't airtight.
It was somebody who the U.S. thought worked for it, but was actually a Iranian agent.
This double agent knew of one secret website.
They be
This was a big
sneaky.
problem, but it was a huge discovery for Iran. They just hacked into a secret CIA comms channel.
Dang,
The covert
bro.
communications, the CIA.
The way, I haven't seen a director. I wouldn't mind cream on that. Oh, he said, if I'm a saying, like, boy, I don't see a director. All right, let's see the last one. I ain't even eat yet.
Going Symphony, a group of military-trained hackers all coming together to target ISIS and ISIS media. The teams were systematically destroying one thing after another within the ISIS media network. They can infiltrate someone's life so much that they understand their secret question to all the accounts that they've ever set up.
How are we going to figure out this guy's pet name? One of the analysts who'd been on the team with me for 3 years stands up and is like, 1515. Boom, we're in.
I mean, this kind of highlights the power of what NSA and US Cyber Command has, right? They effectively took out 90% of ISIS's websites that just never showed back up. In a Yahoo message group called Osama bin Laden Crew, long-term only 2, was spouting all this Islamic extremist rhetoric. Shannon read all this. She was able to see the message headers of this post, and in there, buried in the header, Michael Reynolds. She gets active on the forum that Michael Reynolds was posting to, saying things, trying to get Michael interested in. Michael told her how much money he needed to carry out his plan. He tells her his grand plan is to attack fuel production in the US. His idea involved blowing up buses and trucks alongside the pipeline to cause as much havoc as possible. Shannon doesn't hesitate. Soon as he admits all this, she rushes it all over to the FBI. The FBI told Shannon they were ready for the sting. They told her to tell him when to pick up the $40,000. But while he's focused on the bag, he didn't notice the FBI coming up behind him. They surrounded him and threw him on the cold, snowy ground. Michael Reynolds was sentenced to 35 years in federal prison.
Dang. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Hey, appreciate y'all if y'all still rocking with me. Y'all still tuning in. This is interesting. Darknet Diaries. I'm definitely going to be looking more into these videos. First, it was looking kind of scary. I'm not going to lie to you. But pretty interesting topics. I'm definitely going to look into these a little more. React to these some more. Appreciate you. My boy in the chat who recommended this to me. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, if y'all new here, y'all still rocking with me. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you returning, God bless you. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe button. And let me know if I should start live streaming on Tuesday nights. I think it's a good night. I had almost like 5. I think my max, we had 5 people here watching. 3-4 people here consistently. So that's progress. You feel me? But appreciate you all. Make sure y'all follow me on social media right here. JRush23X. Appreciate the love, the support. I'm gonna go ahead and head out because your boy didn't eat yet. I've been on this junk almost 2.5 hours. That's a new record for real. But I had fun. doing this. Make sure y'all lock in for me. Make sure y'all tap in. And appreciate y'all, man. Peace.